Welcome back to the NFL on Westwood One. It's time for another memorable moment in football history. Sponsored by Colts.
Everything in tight on 4th and inches. Ben steps in behind Pouncey. Ben rolls right. Throws it. Touchdown! Wow! That is Heath Miller!
Bill Hillgrove on WDVE and the Steelers Radio Network. It was Week 8 of the 2014 season when the Steelers and Colts faced off in a contest that provided plenty of offensive fireworks. Ben Roethlisberger set 2 franchise records, throwing for 522 yards and 6 touchdown passes, as Pittsburgh outlasted Indianapolis 51-34. Incredibly, Big Ben duplicated the 6 touchdowns in a game mark 1 week later against the Ravens. It was the second time in his career that Roethlisberger eclipsed the 500-yard mark, becoming the first NFL quarterback to achieve that feat. He will post another 500-yard game in 2017 and is the only one to ever do it 3 times. Andrew Luck threw for 400 yards and 3 touchdowns, but had 2 costly interceptions and an intentional grounding penalty, resulting in a safety and 2 points for the Steelers. The 907 combined net passing yards in a game is still the second most ever in NFL history, trailing only the 971 yards put up by the Detroit Lions and Green Bay Packers in 2012. That's today's memorable moment in football history, sponsored by Kohl's. Celebrate the season with gifts, deals, and holiday feels. Find perfect presents for everybody in every budget. Shop Kohl's and Kohls.com today. Will we see fireworks at Lucas Oil Stadium? Let's head back out to the guys calling the action, Bill Rosinski and Mike Mayock.
All right, Scott, thank you very much. Captain's meeting for the flip of the coin. It's time for Mike Mayock's Keys to the Game, sponsored by State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there for the help you need, whether it's online, on the phone, or on the State Farm mobile app. Mike, let's start with the Steelers. How do they snap a 2-game losing streak and keep their playoff hopes alive?
Yeah, I think their defense has been solid all year, and they will keep this Indianapolis offense to plus or minus 20 points today. So really, when you look at the Pittsburgh offense, Mitch Trubisky's a backup quarterback. No turnovers. Get the game into the fourth quarter. I think it has to be a conservative game plan, establish the run, but I'd love to see him take a couple of shots to Pickens and Deontay Johnson, because Indianapolis has 4 rookie corners, and you don't want them getting too comfortable.
All right, now how about the Colts? How do they get back on the winning track?
Well, their defense gives up a lot of yards and a lot of points, but the way they've survived is with sacks and turnovers, and they're going to need both today. On offense, their tackles are going to be challenged. Bernard Ryman, second-year player. Blake Freeland is a rookie, 4th-round pick. And their challenge is going to be T.J. Watt and Alex Highsmith, 2 of the premier defensive ends in the league. And Indy's going to have to give a lot of help to both tackles to keep Gardner Minshew clean.
And, of course, the importance of this game right now, when you talk about wild cards, you've got Cleveland, the 5 seed at 8-5, and then you've got Pittsburgh and the Colts at 7-6, and then after that, 4 other teams at 7-6. Now you have to add a win to Cincinnati, so they go to 8-6. That win in overtime. So this game is huge. Indianapolis won the toss, deferred, so they will kick off from right to left. Temperature outside 53 degrees, but a good chance of rain today, so the roof is closed. Here's the kickoff from right to left, and we are underway, and it's juggled and coming up field. This is Igwebuike across the 30 to the 35, and a nice return near the 38-yard line. 35 on the return. Denbo made the tackle.
Kind of a line drive kickoff. I think that was mishit, and it gave Pittsburgh great field position.
All right, so here we go with Mitch Trubisky. Of course, drafted in the first round by the Chicago Bears, 2nd pick overall out of North Carolina back in 2017. He will start at his own 38, moving left to right. The running back will be Najee Harris. Robinson in motion left, Harris with the call, and he's hit at the line of scrimmage. Wow. E.J. Speed, the linebacker, came in and drilled him right at contact, and it'll be 2nd down and 10.
E.J. Speed has really become a good football player. Remember, they let Shaq Leonard go. They cut their all-pro linebacker, Shaq Leonard. He had a couple of neck injuries. They let him go. He's now with Philadelphia, and E.J. Speed has gotten a lot of those snaps and really taken advantage of it.
Harris remains a running back. Trubisky will work out of the shotgun. 2nd and 10 Pittsburgh, moving left to right from their own 38-yard line. Trubisky's got it. Play action fake in the pocket, in trouble, sacked back at the 33-yard line. A group of Colts combine, and that'll be Grover Stewart, who will get off the bottom of that pile, get credit for the sack. So no gain on first down, Mike. A sack, a loss of 5 on second down.
Yeah, it was a combination of the two inside guys. Grover Stewart, who had been on a 6-game suspension when you and I saw this team in Germany, and DeForest Buckner, one of the top interior defensive linemen in the game today.
Jalen Warren has checked in on this third down for Pittsburgh. It's 3rd and 15 from their own 33-yard line. Trubisky again in the pocket, setting up a screen, and he gets the running back Warren up to the 40, and finally tackled there. And that's well shy of the first down, so they will send on the punting unit. And Mike, I got to point out, last week the Bengals ran 3 screen passes for 124 yards. The Colts played a little bit better that time.
Yeah, and that was hustle by Kwity Paye, their defensive end, who made the tackle from behind.
And Presley Harvin will punt from left to right. Josh Downs, the rookie, back to our right. Almost blocked it. This is returnable. Downs at the 21, middle of the field, makes his way to the 30, and tackled at the 31-yard line. So that's where the Colts will take over. First down and 10. So we get a look. That punt, by the way, was 51, and the return was 10. We have 12:52 to go here in the first quarter. No score, and the Colts, who are wearing throwback jerseys today. These date back to 1956. Still the Royal Blues. But the interesting thing are the white helmets, a blue stripe down the middle, and the normal horseshoe that's on either side is now on the back of the helmet. 2 smaller horseshoes on the back. Zach Moss will be the running back, and Gardner Minshew will call the action. From their 31, and Minshew will throw on first down. Dumps it out to the running back. This is Moss, and he's tackled immediately at the 30-yard line. Maybe even, maybe give him 1. Highsmith on the tackle. And the good news, Mike, for Pittsburgh, the fact that T.J. Watt, Alex Highsmith get through the concussion protocol, and they will play today.
Yeah, keep in mind their last game was a Thursday night game, so they had an extra 3 or 4 days to get through the protocol, and both did.
2nd and 9 from the 32-yard line. Minshew out of the gun. Wides on each side. In fact, 2 near side left. Steelers rush 4. Minshew has some time. Throws it over the middle. That's caught. This is Pittman. Pittman's going to race out of bounds along the near sideline at the 39-yard line. A pickup of about 7 yards on the play. So that'll make it third down manageable here. They need a couple for a first down. And Michael Pittman has become their receiver. They've been waiting for this guy to become the clutch receiver, and he has been that the last couple of years.
I mean, that's his 96th catch of the season. In the last 6 games, he's had 8 or more receptions. He's a little bit of a possession guy, but boy, has he been effective.
All right, third down. They need 2. Moss, the running back, takes the play action fake. They go to the near sideline. It's Pittman again, and that'll be a first down. Great fake.
Fake you out, Billy.
That's easy to do. And up to the 47-yard line, a pickup of 8. KZ on the stop for Pittsburgh. That's a Colt first down.
Yeah, the Colts are a heavy RPO team, which is what that was. A real good fake, as you noted, and then just a little rub out wide, and Pittman took advantage of it.
And they're going to go now with empty formation, but now Moss is going to come back in behind the line of scrimmage. Minshew's going to throw again, this time to Downs, the rookie. He takes it into Pittsburgh territory at the 47. KZ on the stop again. So a nice gain on first down. So good opening drive for the Colts. The Steelers were 3 and out. 11 minutes to go, scoreless first quarter.
Yeah. Colts struggle with chunk plays. Like 20-plus yard plays aren't very often in their repertoire. So they've got to go 75, 80 yards without making mistakes.
Trips to the right. Moss the handoff, running right. He's going to be a yard shy of the first down, inside the 45 to the 44. We mentioned in the pregame comments the fact that there is no Jonathan Taylor, out again 3 weeks now with a thumb injury. Moss has been a really good running back for him, but the last 2 games he has carried 32 times for 79 yards.
Yeah,
now they have a third and 1.
When they can't run the ball effectively, similar to Pittsburgh, these are 2 teams that have to run the football, and when they can't, their quarterbacks aren't quite good enough to overcome that.
Third and 1 from the 44. Moss right up the gut, got the first down, and then got popped hard by that Steeler defense.
He got drilled by linebacker Mark Robinson, but to your point, another first down. And they're going no huddle here, trying to limit Pittsburgh's substitutions.
Gardner Minshew, 5-4 as a starter. Of course, came in when Anthony Richardson went out for the season. Play action fake. Minshew throws downfield, and that's caught into the arms of Zach Moss, the running back, at the 40-yard line. It's a short gain of 2.
It's hard when you watch the tape of both these offenses. It's frustrating because they can't get the ball down the field effectively very often. Part of that's because they have backup quarterbacks, but also you've got to protect your quarterback to buy time to get the ball down the field. Last week, the Colts had one offensive touchdown, and they had to go 17 plays to get it.
Good start for Minshew, 5 of 5, 24 yards. This is 2nd and 8 from the Steeler 40-yard line. Scoreless first quarter. Trips left, 2 receivers right, empty backfield. Minshew feeling the heat, and down he goes, back of the 45-yard line. The heat was coming. Was that Watt?
Yep.
JJ around the corner, and that'll be his 15th sack of the season.
Yeah, he's unbelievable. And we talked in the open about the rookie, Freeland. You can't leave him by himself. TJ Watt ran right by him, little hand swat and a rip, and Freeland had no shot. If they think they're going to single team him all game long, he's going to have 4 or 5 sacks.
So TJ Watt with his 15th sack of the season. And now the Colts are faced with a 3rd and long at their at the Pittsburgh 45. They need 13. Oh my goodness!
Whoa.
Pittman caught the ball
down
and is down and then back up. That was KZ, who came in like a missile and got there right when the ball did. I'm impressed that he caught it.
Yeah, that was Josh Downs, I believe, in the slot, running a slant and got drilled by KZ. KZ and Fitzpatrick, the 2 safeties, really good athletes, tough kids. I love watching their tape.
All right, so Matt Gay is on for a field goal try. This is going to be 55 yards, kicking right to left. Long this year is 57, career long, 57, career long 58. To give the Colts an early lead. Good snap. Kick is on the way, and he's going to miss it way wide left. That had no chance. Looked like one of my tee shots on number 1. So nothing for the Colts. 7.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. We are scoreless. The Steelers and Indianapolis. This is Westwood One's coverage of the National Football League.
Sirius XM has football covered from every perspective. Hear daily analysis of the National Football League on NFL Radio Channel 88.
He's playing some great football. Not good football, but some great football.
The most in-depth college football talk on College Sports Radio Channel 84 and our Power 5 conference channels.
They want to play fast, gas the defense, hit big plays.
And get expert fantasy football advice on Fantasy Sports Radio Channel 87.
This guy has a chance to be a baller. He has the most upside in the history of fantasy football.
It's an all-out blitz of football talk on Sirius XM and the Sirius XM app. On SiriusXM, the NFL experience goes far beyond game day. And your SiriusXM subscription gives you all the access you need to the NFL content you crave every game. With your hometown announcers on the SiriusXM app.
He caught it for a touchdown!
Hear live talk shows discussing all the different angles.
He's been injured, but he knows how to win.
Passionate debates on Mad Dog Sports Radio. Interviews with coaches and players on NFL Radio. And advice on your fantasy lineups on Fantasy Sports Radio. All the NFL content you need, all on the SiriusXM app.
The Premier League is built on hope. The hope of discovering a new star.
It doesn't take long for Darwin Núñez to make an impression.
The hope of rewriting history. And the hope of continuing a dynasty.
Unstoppable week after week.
This is the Premier League on NBC, USA and Peacock.
This is Bob Kendrick, president of the Negro Leagues Baseball Museum and host of the Sirius XM original podcast, Black Diamonds. Hear stories about the legends of the Negro Leagues and conversations with the all-time greats they've influenced, like 2-time Super Bowl MVP Patrick Mahomes.
When it comes to having fun and enjoying myself on the field, I'm going to do that. It comes from the history. I learned it from my dad, who learned it from guys in the Negro League.
Hear over 70 episodes of the award-winning Black Diamonds podcast, available now on the Sirius XM app.
Welcome back to the Grainger broadcast booth in Indianapolis, along with Mike Mayock. I'm Bill Rosinski. Tackle your to-do list with Grainger. From locker rooms to plant floors, Grainger offers supplies and solutions for every industry. Call clickgrainger.com or just stop by. All right, so Pittsburgh will start at their 46, moving left to right, each team with a possession. Steelers were 3 and out. Colts had a good drive going, and then they miss on a 56-yard field goal. Trubisky works out of the shotgun. Harris off to his left, but Trubisky's going to throw on first down. Fires it up on the near sideline. That's caught by Allen Robinson, the 10-year pro out of Penn State. Zaire Franklin in on the stop. That's a gain of 8 on first down.
If people don't understand how missing a field goal in today's day and age from distance like that, how it can change the game from a field position standpoint. Get the ball on your 46-yard line. Field goal kickers have become so good, we get used to them making those 56, 57-yarders, but that could cost Matt Gay and the Colts.
Johnson goes in motion left. This is a stretch play to Harris running left, and he did not get anything. He is stopped right at the line of scrimmage. May have even lost a yard back to the 47. Tyquan Lewis in on the stop. This is a Colts defense, came in with 42 sacks, 13 interceptions, 3 returned for touchdowns, 8 forced fumbles, 21 turnovers.
They give up a lot of yards. They give up a lot of points. The redeeming quality has been what you just said, disruption, both with sacks and takeaways.
Yeah, they fumble return for a score as well. All right, 3rd down, 3, Pittsburgh at the 47 of Indianapolis, moving left to right. Trubisky's got it, fires upfield, and that's caught, and it's Freiermuth. And you can hear the Steeler fans, who, as you know, travel well. There's a lot of terrible towels in this stadium here in Indianapolis this afternoon.
And a lot of them in the lower bowl, which means people are giving up some pretty good seats for the visiting fans. And as a former GM in Vegas, that drove me nuts. When your stadium, your home field advantage turned into something entirely different, where all of a sudden you're doing the silent count instead of the other team.
First down, Steelers at the 42-yard line, moving left to right. We've got 5:44 to go, scoreless first quarter. Warren will be the running back. He's got it, runs right, cuts back left inside the 40 and up the near hash to the 39-yard line. So he gets 3. Later on, we'll select the defender of the game. Sponsored by Navy Federal Credit Union, proudly serving the armed forces, the DoD, veterans, and their families. Learn more at NavyFederal.org. Mike, this is a nice 1-2 punch with Harris and Warren. They have combined this year. Najee Harris, scrimmage yards, 839. Jalen Warren, 884. A good 1-2 punch.
Yeah, they also combined have 64 receptions, which bodes well on 3rd and short.
This is a 2nd and 6 from the Colts 38. Back to throw after a fake, and it's almost picked off. Boy, they were setting up a screen, and Zaire Franklin read it beautifully. They had all kinds of motion going on there, and Trubisky was throwing the screen pass, and it was nearly picked off.
Yeah, they faked zone, then they faked reverse. They were waiting for a delay to come back to the running back, Jalen Warren. Zaire Franklin undercut it with the inside arm. If he got both hands out there, he might still be running, Bill.
Steelers are 1 of 2 early in the game in 3rd down conversions with 5:02 to go. The first quarter was scoreless. Empty backfield, and now we've got Jalen Warren coming back to the right of Trubisky. 3rd down and 6. Trubisky will throw. Lots of time. Fires over the middle, and it's caught at the 22-yard line. George Pickens on the receiving end. He gets up and says first down, 16 yards.
Good job by Trubisky. This is one of those situations where he got a lot of time. Really good pocket. He rolled to his left slightly, threw back across his body, and to do all that, it's about a 16-yard dig route by Pickens. To do all that, you have to have time. That's a big 3rd down conversion.
So the Steelers are at the 23-yard line of Indianapolis, moving left to right. No score first quarter. First down and 10. Trubisky with the wide each side, but it's a running play, and Najee Harris has it and pounds his way for about a yard to the 22. It will be 2nd down. Trubisky last week in that start against New England was 22 of 35 for 190 yards and a touchdown. And as we look down, do we have a Colt shaking up? No, not yet. Slow to get up, but we're going to continue play here. I will say, Mike, in defense of Trubisky, he had all of 1 day to prep. He had to come in the game before for an injured Kenny Pickett, and then with the Thursday game, he did what he could do.
Yeah, I mean, this is his 57th career start, so he's a veteran.
2nd and 9, Trubisky from the 21-yard line. Those little toss near right sideline. That's caught. This is Pickens at the 10 and out of bounds along the near sideline. It's going to be first down and goal at the 7. And that's a pickup of 17 yards.
Yeah, and Pickens has been frustrated. He's been verbal about it. They've had to talk to him a little bit. Second key catch in a row on this drive, just a little squat route. He turns outside toward the sideline and beats the rookie corner Juju Brents to pick up the extra yardage. And this is where they got to not settle for a field goal. They got to find a way to punch it in for a touchdown.
Steelers in the red zone, 31st in the league. You know, there's 32 teams. First and goal at the 7, a pitch outside to Warren. Breaks a tackle at the 5, 2-1, down to the 1-yard line. Oh, I thought they had him behind the line of scrimmage. What a great run. E.J. Speed saves a touchdown. 2nd and goal from the 1-yard line.
Yeah, I think Sayamalu got a piece trying to pull out. It might have been Dan Moore, the left tackle, on a crack toss sweep. He got out and just got just enough of the linebacker to give the opportunity to Jalen Warren. And you know, Bill, you said it earlier. This kid, Jalen Warren, is making a name for himself in the league. A second-year player from Oklahoma State, getting more and more snaps in this offense.
He is the back here. It is 2nd down to goal, Pittsburgh at the 1. Warren shifts off to the left of Trubisky. Warren gets the call, running off right tackle. He did not get in. Stopped at the 1-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and goal. We're coming out of 2:07 to go. Here in the first quarter, no score. That was Pay and Stewart combining on the stop, and they're going to go quickly now without a huddle. Again, lining up with Warren, the setback, Trubisky under center. And it's a quarterback keeper, and he didn't get in.
Wow.
He tried to jump over the pile. That was the opposite of the tush push. And it didn't get him anything. It's 4th and goal from the 1.
Yeah, teams go with quick tempo, trying to prevent substitution. And what happened there was they really weren't ready to go. And he tried to go over left guard. Samson Ekubon, the defensive end, slashed down from his defensive end position and drilled him in the air. I mean, and now they're going to go for it on 4th and 1.
So here go the Steelers just outside the goal line to our right. 4th down and goal. Najee Harris now the running back. Trubisky under center for Pittsburgh. Quarterback keeper again. Did he get over the top for a touchdown? No, I think the ball may have come loose. Where are they marking? No, we got a penalty.
Oh, wow.
False start against Pittsburgh.
Recovered by a teammate, the ball is immediately dead. It will be first down, Indianapolis.
So it was fumbled. Trubisky looked like he had gotten across the goal line.
Yeah, if I'm Pittsburgh, I'm throwing the flag.
Yeah, that was picked up by Najee Harris, who took it in, but by then they were blowing the play dead. All right, we're going to pause as we sort this out. 109 to go. 109 to go in the first quarter, and this will be reviewed. Scoreless here in Indianapolis. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood One.
Hey guys, Chris Brockman here. Prize Picks. It's the most fun I've had, winning up to 25 times my money this football season. And now I can play during basketball season too. I can take combo projections across both sports. Just select 2 or more players, pick more or less their projection, and place your entry. You could turn $10 into $250 with just a few taps. Easy gameplay, quick withdrawals, and an enormous selection of players and stat options are what makes Prize Picks the #1 daily fantasy sports app. And Prize Picks is the only DFS platform with an injury insurance policy, keeping you in the game if one of your players goes down. Join the Prize Picks community of more than 7 million football fans who have already signed up. Right now, Prize Picks will match your first deposit up to $100. Just visit prizepicks.com/primetime and use the code PRIMETIME. That's code PRIMETIME at prizepicks.com/primetime for a first deposit match of up to $100. Prize Picks, daily fantasy sports made easy. Must be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details.
Do you have a game plan for COVID-19? Prescription oral treatments must be taken within the first 5 days of symptoms, even if mild. If you have a high risk factor, ask your doctor if treatment is right for you. Visit treatcovid19.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Try Barbasol 1919 Classic Shaving Cream. paying homage to the original invented over 100 years ago. This non-aerosol formula features enhanced ingredients, an exceptional glide, and crisp fragrance for a winning shave experience. Learn more at Barbasol.com.
Welcome back to Indianapolis, and the last play was reviewed, and it was ruled a touchdown, not a fumble. Mitch Trubisky, the Pittsburgh quarterback, going over the top. The ball came loose after he crossed the goal line. Mike, that was a good call. We saw the replay along the goal line. No question he scored.
Yeah, and keep in mind the ramifications of Matt Gay missing a 57-yard field goal.
Yep.
No points for Indy. Great field position. 12 plays, 54 yards later, it's going to be a 7-0 game instead of what it could have been had Gay converted the field goal.
All right, so we've got Chris Boswell on to try the extra point. And this to give the Steelers a 7-0 lead. Been a tough week in Pittsburgh after the 2 losses at home to 2 teams that each had 2 wins, Arizona and New England. And, of course, here's the extra point. And that hit the right upright. It's no good.
As soon as I put the assumption out there, this is right? Not good.
All right, so clank, and we'll pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Westwood One, your home for the National Football League.
You gotta love sports. Listen to Shine on Sports with me, Adam Shine, every weekday from 9 a.m. to noon Eastern. Sirius XM Mad Dog Sports Radio, Channel 82.
So back in Indianapolis, Bill Rosinski alongside Mike Mayock and the rest of our Westwood One crew. Glad you were with us on this special NFL Saturday triple header. Cincinnati needed overtime to beat Minnesota. You got Denver, Detroit coming up later on tonight. And the Steelers strike first, Mike. 6-0. They missed the extra point, but in a game with these 2 offenses, field position is so important. And you pointed out that missed field goal from 55. Now it took them a while to get down to the end zone, but it pays off in a touchdown.
Both these offenses are a little bit painful to watch. You're not going to get chunk plays. You got to take care of the football, play a field position and defensive game, and take advantage of your opportunities when you get them. Pittsburgh was fortunate that time that Trubisky just got the nose of the football across the plane in the end zone.
Here's the kickoff from left to right. Josh Downs will not return it, and the Colts will have it at their 25. Don't miss all the NFL excitement on NBC. Tomorrow night, the Baltimore Ravens meet the Jacksonville Jaguars. Of course, you can hear Sunday Night Football each week right here beginning at 7:30 Eastern on many of these same stations, on the NFL app, or online at WestwoodOneSports.com. So 6-0 Steelers, 1:12 to go first quarter here in Indianapolis. The drive was 54 yards, 12 plays. It took 6 minutes, 18 seconds, and Trubisky scored on a 1-yard run. Extra point missed. Zach Moss, the featured back for Indianapolis, as they start at their 25, moving right to left. Minshew under center, Downs in motion to the far side, and here's the handoff, and this is Zach Moss fighting his way off left tackle for a few yards from the 25 to the 28. Keanu Benton in on the stop. This is Steeler defense, ranked 7th overall in scoring, 21st overall in yards given up, 344 per game.
They give up a lot of yards, but not many points, and the reasons are they're really good in the red zone, and they're really good taking the football away in the takeaway, giveaway ratio. It's a +10 team.
A little pistol formation now here. Moss standing behind. Minshew's in the shotgun. Play action fake. Minshew's going to throw, feeling some heat, goes to the near side. It's Pittman, juggling catch, and no, he dropped it.
Wow.
The ball was a little high, and it looked like Mike, he was just trying to run with it before he actually had control of it, and he couldn't come down with it.
It was a good route by Pittman. He kind of got the corner convinced that he was going deep. The hips were turned. The ball was high, Bill, to your point, and he couldn't. That ball should have been a lot lower. I mean, you can put part of it on Minshew. You can put part of it on Pittman. If either guy did his job, there would have been a completion there.
So now 3rd down for the Colts. They are 2 of 3 in 3rd down conversions. They're at their 28, moving right to left. And this is 3rd down and 7. Steelers come with 4. Minshew steps up into the pocket, and then down he goes. Back of the 25-yard line. Ogunjobi, the former Charlotte 49er, got him from behind. Another Steeler sack. That's their 2nd. and the Colts will punt.
Yeah, Highsmith is the guy that forced Minshew up into the pocket. Ogunjobi beats the right guard, comes all the way around, slashes across the line of scrimmage, and takes him down from behind. I mean, just really good. It's only a 4-man rush, but an effective job by all 4 of them.
And we've come to the end of the first quarter here in Indianapolis. Our score, the Steelers 6, Colts nothing. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood One.
Jim Gaffigan here with some more Straight Talk. Let's take a moment to appreciate our sweet children, loving grandparents, and eternal soulmates. Now let's use them to save money on wireless. Because with the Straight Talk Silver Plan, you get 4 lines for just $25 a month with unlimited data and no contracts. So add those human pawns, loved ones, and save money. Thanks, kids. They're finally worth it. Straight Talk Wireless, available at Walmart.
Get 4 lines on Silver Unlimited for $25 per line per month, plus taxes and fees. For data management practices and additional terms, visit straighttalk.com.
It's Macy's one-day sale with great deals of the day on gifts we love, like 15 to 60% off the season's hottest toys from Toys R Us, 60% off diamond jewelry from designers like Effie, Le'Veon, and more. Plus, get 60 to 65% off warm and stylish coats for everyone. And now's the time to spend your Macy's money on any gifts you want. No merchandise exclusions. Now at Macy's. Learn more at Macy's.com/Macy's Money. Savings off sale and clearance prices. Exclusions apply.
Michael Fabiano here, and if you want even more excitement on game day, it's time to get on Prize Picks, the best way to win big on fantasy sports. Here's how it works. Just pick 2 to 6 players and choose more or less on their stats. If you get them right, you can win up to 25 times your cash. It's quick and easy to make your picks, and with fast and safe deposits and withdrawals, Prize Picks is the place to play this season. Prize Picks has awesome weekly promotions, and they're the only daily fantasy platform with an injury insurance policy, keeping you in the game even if one of your players goes down. Watch your entry update in real time and continue the fun by making picks on second half and fourth quarter stats. And right now, when you go to prizepicks.com/primetime and use code primetime, Prize Picks is matching your first deposit up to $100. That's prizepicks.com/primetime with code primetime for a 100% deposit match. Prize Picks, daily fantasy sports made easy. Must be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for details.
Welcome back to Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis. Along with Mike Mayock, I'm Bill Rosinski. Our score, Pittsburgh 6, Indianapolis nothing. Start of the second quarter, sponsored by Prize Picks, the #1 daily fantasy sports app. Use promo code PRIMETIME for a first deposit match up to $100. Must be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details. So we start this second quarter with the Colts punting. Calvin Austin is back deep, number 19. Rigoberto Sanchez will do the honors. He's averaging 47 yards a kick. Colts in their throwback 1956 home blues. Steelers in their familiar white jerseys, black numerals, gold pants, and the black helmets. There's the snap. Oh, and it's blocked.
Got it.
That ball's rolling down at the 2-yard line, and it's recovered in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A block punt. And they recover it in the end zone. It was recovered by Nick Herbig. Nick Herbig recovers it. We'll check out who blocked it, but that's what the Steelers were looking for on special teams. I think somebody just plain out missed a block here, Mike.
Right up the middle, and it's Hayward, brother of Cam Hayward. Connor Hayward, who's the third-team tight end, came right up the middle. Avi got his hand on the ball easily, and Herbig, the outside linebacker, picked it up. Touchdown.
Well, I guess they're marking it at the 1.
You can't advance it. I thought the ball got into the end zone.
I did too. And maybe they're looking at this because every turnover is looked at. And right now I guess we're going to play here, but Pittsburgh with the block punt.
Previous play is under review.
All right, so they're going to take a peek at this to see if it was a touchdown. This close shave instant replay review sponsored by Barbasol Shaving Cream. Choose Barbasol for a thick lather and close, comfortable shave. Barbasol, the American original for over 100 years. Better by Barbasol. 14:53 left, first half. Pittsburgh 6, Indianapolis nothing. This is Westwood One's coverage of the National Football League.
Sirius XM has the NFL covered from every angle. Hear all-pro analysis on Sirius XM NFL Radio Channel 88.
This team is not built to succeed.
Join the passionate debate on Mad Dog Sports Radio Channel 82.
You gotta be kidding me!
And get expert fantasy football advice on Fantasy Sports Radio Channel 87.
Joe in Florida, let's fix your fantasy lineup.
It's an all-out blitz of football talk on Sirius XM and the Sirius XM app.
Nobody covers the National Football League.
They give Mahomes time for the end zone. He throws it. It's caught. Touchdown!
Like Sirius XM NFL Radio, Channel 88. Our team of former players, coaches, and front office executives like Charlie Weiss, Pat Kerwin, Tim Miller, Rich Gannon, Alex Smith, and Hall of Famer Bill Polian brings you closer to the game. If it's happening, we are there. Live from the Scouting Combine in March to the Draft in April. And in the summer, SiriusXM NFL Radio takes you to all 32 training camps. We connect you with the history of the game on stage for Hall of Fame weekend. Hear all the primetime play-by-play action from opening night through the Super Bowl.
Spectacular in every way. Confetti flying in the air.
Your 24/7 home for the NFL all year long. SiriusXM NFL Radio Channel 88.
High speed, high tech, and filled with high flyers. Formula One is the world's most elite motorsports league. I'm Sarah Eisen, and my new CNBC documentary, Inside Track, The Business of Formula One, takes a detailed look at what's fueling F1's popularity and who's profiting. You'll hear from the biggest names in the sport, including executives, drivers, and sponsors. Follow the Squawk on the Street podcast and listen to Inside Track, The Business of Formula One, now.
Back in Indianapolis, Bill Rosinski, Mike Mayop. The punt was blocked by Pittsburgh. We thought it was a touchdown for Nick Herbig, but no. Mike, they reviewed it. Steeler ball at the 1-yard line.
Yeah, the impact on special teams has been huge already. I mean, Matt Gay misses the field goal. Pittsburgh takes advantage of a short field, scores a touchdown, and now they're 1 yard away from another one after the blocked punt.
Harris, the running back, first and goal. Pittsburgh at the one, moving right to left. Najee Harris with the handoff, stuffed in the backfield, keeps the play alive, and loses even more yards. They had him stopped at about the 2. He tried to kick it outside right, and Kwity Paye says, "You're not going anywhere." And they lose back to near the 5-yard line.
I really thought Trubisky should have kept this. It was a zone read. They came down hard. Everybody did. On the running back, Najee Harris, there was nowhere to go.
So the ball's back at the 4, second and goal. Wow. We're early in quarter number 2, 6-0 Steelers. Trubisky out of the gun, 2 receivers near side left. Harris now shifts to the right of the quarterback. Second and goal at the 4. Trubisky back to pass, goes to the near sideline, caught, and an easy touchdown. That's number 18, Deontay Johnson. He beat everybody to the near left pylon, and the Steelers take advantage of a block punt. 2 plays later, they lead 12-0.
Rub route, very common end zone route. Deontay Johnson's the inside receiver. He's going to use an outside receiver to set a pick, run the rub. He just breaks outside, and the Colts were nowhere near the football. Kenny Moore got caught up on the rub. Between him and Jalen Jones, nobody was in 5 yards of the receiver.
Boswell's extra point is up this time. It is good. So the Steelers take advantage of their special teams and now have a lead of 13-0. So we've got a timeout. 14:07 left in the first half. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood.
Immerse yourself in premium nationwide coverage, contract-free plans, and always-free activation with Consumer Cellular, now at your local Target. While you're there, check out our newest phone, the Iris Flip. It's all the phone and camera you need, plus it features a user-friendly design, making it the perfect flip phone. From now to December 16th, you can score $10 off when you buy the Consumer Cellular Iris Flip at Target, making it only $39.99. Visit your nearest Target for the full scoop.
That time of the year is coming around.
The Holiday Classic is back on Christmas Eve.
Let's go!
Tune into NFL Network for an epic primetime showdown.
It's time for the holiday.
We're going to set the tone.
As the Patriots.
There's that speed.
And the Broncos.
Touchdown.
Light up Mile High for an AFC clash on Sunday night. The NFL Holiday Classic, Christmas Eve at 8 p.m. Eastern, only on NFL Network and streaming on NFL Plus.
For the ones who keep stadiums buzzing and shop floors running, there's Grainger. Keep your operations humming with professional-grade maintenance, safety, and industrial products from Grainger. Offering supplies and solutions for every industry, plus same-day pickup and next-day delivery on most orders, Grainger can help you stay on top of your game. Not sure exactly what you need? Huddle up with Grainger's product specialists. They'll tackle your toughest questions to help you move your team forward. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by.
Time to check the schedule of games coming up on Westwood 1, sponsored by Hulu Plus Live TV. Later tonight, Denver and Detroit. Tomorrow night, Baltimore at Jacksonville, and then Monday night, Philadelphia at Seattle. Hulu has live sports. Watch games all season long with over 90 live channels. Get Hulu Plus Live TV today. Live TV plan required. Restrictions apply. Access content from each service separately and select ESPN Plus content via Hulu. Learn more at Hulu.com. Bill Rosinski, Mike Mayock back here in Indianapolis. The Steelers now ahead 13-0 over the Colts. That last scoring drive. 2 plays to go a yard after the block punt set him up just outside the goal line. It was a 1-yard touchdown pass from Trubisky to Deontay Johnson. Extra point good. The drive took 46 seconds.
Yeah, and not a situation the Colts are necessarily very good at, trailing 13-0, not a chunk offense. They're going to have to get out of their own modus operandi a little bit and try and push the ball down the field, I think.
Here's the kickoff. Josh Downs waves the fair catch flag about 2 yards deep in the end zone. Time to gear up for the holiday season. NFLShop.com is your ultimate gifting destination for jerseys, T-shirts, headwear, and more. The shop styles fit for everyone. Go to NFLShop.com. So here come the Colts, moving left to right at their 25-yard line. Gardner Minshew in the early going, 6 of 7, but just 33 yards. And he's been sacked a couple of times. Zach Moss will be his running back, standing off to his right. Downs joins him in the backfield. Now Downs in motion right. Minshew throws that ball, got deflected at the line of scrimmage and went upfield. And luckily for the Colts, it falls incomplete. It's going to be second down. Marcus Golden, they've got a paw on that one. So second down, 10 Colts. Both these teams are 7-6 coming into this game. Indy was on a 4-game winning streak that started with a win at Carolina. Mike and I had their game in Frankfurt. They beat the Patriots. They went into a bye, knocked off the Bucs and Titans, but then laid the clinker against Cincinnati last week. Second and 10 Colts at their 25. Play action fake. There's a toss over the middle. It's Pittman at the 40 to the 45-yard line. They'll mark him at the 46. KZ on the stop, 21 yards and a Colt first down.
Play action. Only a 4-man rush. Pittman runs a little skinny post, and the ball was delivered on time. That was the key, and here comes tempo.
And by the way, that Pittman catch puts him over 1,000 yards this season. A handoff up the middle, and nice running room this time for Zach Moss. Fourth-year pro out of Utah, and manages to get to the 50-yard line. A gain of 4. It'll be second down and 6. Again, no Jonathan Taylor in the lineup.
Bill, I like the tempo. No huddle. Get on the ball. Try and kickstart this offense.
From midfield, they move left to right. 13-17 to go first half. And down to the Steelers, 13-0. Minshew, again, play action. Slides to his right. Has some time. Airs it out deep downfield. There's nobody there. I think the nearest Colt was Alec Pierce, but that was 10 yards from where he was.
Yeah, Pierce flattened his route. Minshew thought he was going to continue toward the corner, so it was an over route, meaning coming across the line of scrimmage at about 15, and he flattened instead of going deep, and it was just a disconnect.
So third down and 5. And a big third down here. You're near midfield, just past it. Down 13-0. You want to keep this drive going.
Yeah, need points here, Bill.
Minshew barks out his call. Pittman's going to go in motion far side left. Let's see if the Steelers bring some heat here. Well, they drop off, rush 4. Minshew has to scramble near side right. Now he backs up to his own 45, points downfield, throws. He's got Pittman open. 25 to the 20, near sideline and out of bounds. What a heads-up play by Minshew. He pointed downfield, told Pittman, hey, get down there. He caught it, 39 yards.
That was some backyard football, folks. T.J. Watt forced him out of the pocket early. He steps in, then back out, and starts directing traffic by his own sideline. Throws it up in the air. Great job by Minshew.
And they're going with tempo. First and goal from the 7. Minshew, play action fake, and he got sacked again. T.J. Watt with his second of the game. He wasn't buying any fake into the running back. He went right after Gardner Minshew.
Yeah, he ignored the play action or RPO fake, went right for the quarterback, and I think Gardner probably regrets not giving the ball to Moss.
So now 16 sacks this season for T.J. Watt. That has tied James Harrison back in 2008, second most in franchise history. T.J. had 22 and a half sacks back in 2021. Second and goal, Colts at the 11. Moving left to right, we got a false start.
They do. These young tackles get nervous, and that happens every game.
False start, offense, number 73. 5-yard penalty, still second down.
That is the voice of Adrian Hill, who is our referee this afternoon. 73 is Blake Freeland. He is a rookie from BYU. This is his 8th start this season, the 6th time he's had to fill in at right tackle for Braden Smith.
Yeah, 4th-round pick from BYU, and he's kind of a high-cut, lean right tackle. He played both left and right at BYU, but he struggles with anchoring, and he gets a little nervous when people get on top of him with 2 or 3 edge rushers coming.
Second and goal from the 16 for the Colts. Play action fake. Minshew swings it out in the left flat, wide open. Moss at the 5, angles to the pylon. We're going to have a horse collar tackle, and he's into the end zone anyway. Touchdown. Touchdown, Colts. Zach Moss out in the left flat, caught it on the fly, and dragged down by the collar near the goal line, but it's touchdown, Indianapolis.
Yeah, I hope he's not hurt. Michael Walker dragged him down from behind.
All right. Let's find out if Indy wants to enforce it on the try or kickoff.
All right, let's find out.
Clearly a penalty. Great job by the running back.
Foul, horse collar tackle, defense, number 38. The result of the play is a touchdown. That 15-yard penalty will be enforced on the kickoff.
So the Colts opt for the extra point try, and they'll tack on the personal foul penalty on the kickoff. But, Mike, what a much-needed drive. I mean, they were up against it there. You know, it's 3rd and goal from the 16, or actually 2nd and goal from the 16.
We talk about chunk plays, and that was that backyard play. They get it down the field to Pittman for 42 yards, and that's what really got them with an ability to score a touchdown.
Kay's extra point is up and inside the left upright and good. Much-needed score for the Colts. We've got a timeout with 11:21 to go in the first half. Pittsburgh 13, the Colts 7. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood One.
Hey folks, Rich Eisen here. So this football season's really heating up, and the guys on my show, they're having a blast with Prize Picks. And now with basketball season in full swing, they're able to pick combo projections across both sports. Join them on prizepicks.com/primetime. Easy gameplay and an enormous selection of players and stat options are what they tell me makes Prize Picks the #1 daily fantasy sports app. And right now, Prize Picks will match your first deposit up to $100. Brockman's loving that aspect. He's hooked. And all you need to do is visit prizepicks.com/primetime and use code primetime. That's code primetime at prizepicks.com/primetime for a first deposit match up to $100. Don't be left on the sideline this basketball season. Go to Prize Picks. Daily fantasy sports made easy. Must be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details.
The holiday season is right around the corner. So give the gift that's hard to wrap, but easy to give. Give them a Stihl. With powerful trimmers, blowers, and chainsaws to place under the tree, the Stihl Holiday Gift Guide has something for everyone. Save $30 on the GTA 26 battery-powered garden pruner. Visit your local Steel dealer or go to steelusa.com/gift guide. Real Steel. Find yours. Now $149.99 was $179.99 MSRP. Offer valid for a limited time only at participating dealers while supplies last.
Do you have a game plan for COVID-19? Prescription oral treatments must be taken within the first 5 days of symptoms, even if mild. If you have a high risk factor, ask your doctor if treatment is right for you. Visit treatcovid19.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Your morning shave with Barbasol is a time for self-reflection. Look in that mirror and ask yourself, can I make a real difference in this world? Of course you can. Just not today. There's football on. Barbasol. It's a can of can-do.
Welcome back to the Grainger broadcast booth in Indianapolis. Along with Mike Mayock, I'm Bill Rosinski. Give your team an edge with Grainger. You'll find supplies and solutions for every industry, plus fast delivery and 24/7 support when you call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Colts on the board, scoring drive, 7 plays, 75 yards. Gardner Minshew to Zach Moss at 16-yard touchdown pass. Minshew was 3 of 5 on the drive for 79 yards. Extra point good. The drive took 2 minutes and 46 seconds. Now, after the horse collar tackle on the TD, Colts kick off from midfield. It's a squibber and has to be returned starting at the 5. Iguabuke upfield, 20, 25, makes his way to the 30. Oh, a big return. Wow. Up to the 36-yard line, 30 on the return.
That's the third special teams gaffe, in my opinion, for Indy. They miss a field goal. They have a punt block. Now they're kicking off from the 50, and they squib it, and they don't cover it.
So Pittsburgh will have good field position at their 36-yard line. Of course, if you follow the Steelers, you know they have a new offensive coordinator, Matt Canada, fired a few weeks ago. Eddie Faulkner is the guy calling the plays now. And he's got Mitch Trubisky at quarterback in this game. They're moving right to left from the 36. Harris, the running back. Now she's got the call. Big hole right side. 40, 45, still going. And he carries 2 or 3 Colts to the midfield stripe. A run of 14 yards for Najee Harris. All right, Mike, what is the effect changing an offensive coordinator at midseason? How much do the plays change?
You can't change the plays. You already have your scheme kind of defined. What you can do is flavor it differently by the play caller during the game. And Eddie Faulkner's the OC. Mike Sullivan calls the plays. They spend a lot of time with Trubisky and Pickens trying to make sure they're streamlining their game plan for what they do best.
1st and 10 from midfield. Trubisky's got time. Now he doesn't. Tackled from behind. And we've got a late flag downfield at around the 35-yard line. That was a Dangbo with the sack as Trubisky slid to his left. However, what's the penalty?
I think Jalen Jones was holding.
Holding defense, number 40. That 5-yard penalty will be enforced from the previous spot. Automatic first down.
And that is on the rookie from Texas A&M, Jalen Jones.
Clearly a hold. I saw it on it was a double move. He hooked the waist. Receiver fell down. It was obvious. And those defensive holds are killers. You negate a sack, and it's an automatic first down.
Ball spotted at the 44 of Indianapolis, first down and 10. Calvin Austin in motion right. Now he comes back near side left. He's going to block. Here's a pitch. Trying to turn the corner. Room to run. Inside the 35, down to the 30. Jalen Warren with a burst of speed. And another late flag comes in at the point of the tackle. And this is going against Pittsburgh. This is coming back.
Holding offense, number 61. 10-yard penalty for the spot of the foul. Replay, first down.
And 61 is their center, Mason Cole.
Wow, that negates another big run. They started this series with Najee Harris going for 14. That would have been in a similar amount of distance.
They're going to have to move this football inside the 45-yard line. It's not much, but it will make a difference. Our referee, Adrian Hill, was telling us something here. Not sure what it was.
So they moved it back to midfield.
Correct.
Okay. So it'll be first down and a little more than 15. They have to get just past the 35-yard line for a first down. Steeler ball at midfield. Warren, the running back. Off to the right of Trubisky. 3 receivers, far side right. Play action fake. Trubisky rolls far side right. Stops. Deep ball downfield. Pushing and shoving there. And it's intercepted. The Colts have it. Nick Cross coming back upfield. 25-30 and tackled there. That was a jump ball around the 15-yard line. And Nick Cross comes up with the 14th interception this season for the Colts defense. 17 yards on the return. Timeout, 9:26 to go in the half. Pittsburgh 13, the Colts 7. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood 1.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today?
One of my headlights went out.
We've got the right bulbs right here.
Get in the zone.
Wait, what kind should I get?
How about Sylvania Silverstar Ultra? They have the farthest down road vision, and you can earn a $10 bonus reward when you buy 2.
Get in the zone.
Why get the pair?
Replacing both bulbs will give you the best visibility.
Ah, I see.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply. Offer valid for AutoZone Rewards members.
What's up, everybody? Nick Costos here, host of You Better You Bet on the BetQL Network, weekdays 3 to 7 p.m. Eastern.
What is the BetQL Network?
The BetQL Network is where the smartest sports betting talk meets the most entertaining sports betting talk. We call it Wagertainment.
Not bury the lead here. Folks, Jenks is 7-0 this week.
I love ugly football. This is so degenerate. Is this a live betting game?
Listen to the BetQL Network anywhere and anytime on the new and improved Odyssey app, or watch us on twitch.tv/BetQL, presented by the King of Sportsbooks, BetMGM. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to gamble responsibly. Visit BetMGM.com for terms and conditions. Must be 21 years or older to wager. U.S. promotional offers not available in D.C., Mississippi, New York, or Ontario. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER in Colorado, Washington, D.C., Illinois, Indiana, Kansas, Kentucky, Louisiana, Maryland, Mississippi, New Jersey, Nevada, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Tennessee, Virginia, West Virginia, Wyoming. Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY in New York. Call 1-800-NEXT-STEP in Arizona. Call 1-800-327-5050 in Massachusetts. Call 1-800-BETS-OFF in Iowa and 1-800-270-7117 for confidential help in Michigan. In partnership with Kansas Crossing Casino and Hotel.
Do you have a game plan for COVID-19? Prescription oral treatments must be taken within the first 5 days of symptoms, even if mild. If you have a high risk factor, ask your doctor if treatment is right for you. Visit treatcovid19.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Feeling great starts with a great shave. And great shaves start with Barbasol Shaving Cream. For whatever your day brings, start it off right with the American original, Barbasol. It's a can of can-do.
Barbasol. Stream the NFL on Westwood 1 for free, sponsored by AutoZone. All season long, you can listen to our broadcasts of the NFL live on Westwood1Sports.com, on the NFL app, by asking Alexa to open Westwood 1 Sports, or on our affiliate stations' digital platforms. Make AutoZone your end zone. Check engine light on. Get it checked with the free AutoZone Fix Finder service. Get in the zone. AutoZone. Restrictions apply. After the interception, the Colts started their 29 first down and 10. It's a running play, and this is Tyler Goodson, first-year pro out of Iowa. He'll get a couple up to the 31. Mike, you talked about the opportunistic Colts defense. They have now had a turnover in 19 consecutive games. That's the longest streak in the NFL by a long shot. Miami's next with 7.
I really think Gus Bradley does a great job coaching that. I was with him with the Raiders. I mean, that's their 22nd turnover of the season. That's 7th best in the league. They're really consistent with how they teach.
2nd and 8 Colts at their 31, moving left to right. Play action fake. Back to throw. Here's Minshew downfield. Oh, my goodness, a flag on the play. Please get up, Michael Pittman. He got rocked by KZ. Flags flew everywhere. And the training staff is out immediately to tend to the Colts wide receiver. He did turn, I guess, and he is moving his legs. So that's a good sign, but he got hung out there by the throw, and the defensive back came in and just gave him a shot.
Yeah, Minshew extended the play, and to your point, he certainly did hang him out to dry. KZ got the big hit on him. Oh, boy. Hate seeing this.
He has moved a couple of times, and He's now moved his left leg again. He's laying on his back. He was actually on his left side when the play ended. But the Colts training staff is out there, and this may be a situation, Mike, where they would bring out a cart. They don't want him to move. It's good that he's moving his legs, but they just don't want him to do any other serious damage until they take a look at him.
And both teams are out there kneeling
The
down.
result of the play is an incomplete pass, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense, number 23. That 15-yard penalty will be enforced to the previous spot. Automatic first down. Number 23 of Pittsburgh has been disqualified. Timeout.
And Pittman is standing up. Wow. We'll pause. We've got 8:42 left in the first half. Pittsburgh 13, Indianapolis 7. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood One.
iPhone 15 Pro on Verizon.
It's your last chance to trade in any iPhone in any condition for the new iPhone 15 Pro with titanium and iPad and Apple Watch SE, all on us with Unlimited Ultimate. Act now. Visit Verizon.com. iPhone requires Unlimited Ultimate plan first. Service plan required for iPad and Apple Watch. $999.99 device payment or full retail purchase with new smartphone line required first. Less $1,000 trade-in/promo credit. Up to $459.99 device payment purchase with new line on eligible plan required per Apple Watch or iPad. Less up to $459.99 promo credit per device applied. 0% APR. Additional terms and conditions apply.
Don't miss out on new deals every day at Lowe's. Right now, get can't-miss deals on appliances. Get up to 30% off. Plus, save up to an extra $750 on select major appliances. And buy now, pay later with Lowe's Pay to help balance your budget. Because Lowe's knows deals every day. Valid through 12/20. Appliance savings vary based on purchase amount. Exclusions apply. While supplies last. Selection varies by location. See Lowe's.com for details. Subject to credit approval.
I know a lot of you really want the State Farm personal price plan, but what's with the oversharing? Like this voicemail from Leah.
Jake from State Farm. Listen, so sometimes I like to nibble on licorice and pretend I'm a teeny mouse, chewing through wires.
You don't need to get that personal. The State Farm personal price plan helps you create an affordable price just for you. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Call or go to statefarm.com for a quote today.
Prices vary by state. Options selected by customer. Availability and eligibility may vary.
And we're back in Indianapolis. The good news, Michael Pittman up to the sideline. They looked at him, and now he's off walking under his own power to the locker room after taking a vicious hit from KZ, who was ejected from the game. So now play will resume. The penalty gives the Colts the ball at their 46. Moving left to right, first down and 10, 8:42 to go in the half. Steelers 13. Colts 7. Back to throw. Minshew downfield it goes, and it is caught. And two Steelers collide, and they're down. No, they're going to say incomplete. I thought Alec Pierce had come up with an amazing catch, and there were two Steeler defenders. Minkah Fitzpatrick is still down.
Yeah, it's not a catch, number one. We just saw the replay. Landon Roberts got a big hit on the quarterback, forcing a bad throw. But more importantly, Minkah Fitzpatrick, Pro Bowl safety, is still down.
So now the Steelers training staff is out there.
Hate seeing that. Now, I think that was collision with his own teammate.
I believe it was. I haven't seen a replay on it. But they continue to look at Minkah Fitzpatrick. The good news earlier, just seconds ago, was the fact that Michael Pittman was able to get up and walk off the field after that hard hit. We're going to pause again, 8:37 to go in the half. Steelers 13, Colts 7. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood One.
Screeching brakes? Safer stops? Start with Duralast. New Duralast brake pads and rotors provide longer life and more stopping power when replaced together. Duralast brake pads have reduced noise and corrosion resistance with a limited lifetime warranty. Duralast rotors are designed for quiet, safe stops and meet or exceed the performance of the original rotors on your vehicle. Find Duralast only at America's #1 brake destination, AutoZone. Get in the zone, AutoZone. Restrictions apply.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
It's Macy's one-day sale with great deals of the day on gifts we love, like 15 to 60% off the season's hottest toys from Toys R Us, 60% off diamond jewelry from designers like Effie, Le'Veon, and more, Plus, get 60 to 65% off warm and stylish coats for everyone. And now's the time to spend your Macy's money on any gifts you want. No merchandise exclusions. Now at Macy's. Learn more at Macys.com/Macy's Money. Savings off sale and clearance prices. Exclusions apply.
Do you have a game plan for COVID-19? Prescription oral treatments must be taken within the first 5 days of symptoms, even if mild. If you have a high risk factor, ask your doctor if treatment is right for you. Visit treatcovid19.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Your morning shave with Barbasol is a time for self-reflection. Look in that mirror and ask yourself, can I make a real difference in this world? Of course you can. Just not today. There's football on. Barbasol. It's a can of can-do.
Don't miss all the NFL excitement on Fox tomorrow when Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys meet Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills. Check your local listings for more details. Catch the NFL on Fox. Bill Rosinski, Mike Mayock, the rest of our Westwood One team, glad you're with us. Minka Fitzpatrick, shaken up on the last play for Pittsburgh, was able to walk to the Steelers sideline under his own power. He is being checked out right now. We have 8:37 to go in the half. The Colts have the ball at their own 46. They're moving left to right. They trail the Steelers 13-7. 2nd and 10, Trey Sermon, the running back. Minshew out of the gun. 2 wides near side right. And Minshew throws after the fake handoff, and this time he finds Alec Pierce, who holds on and gets a first down over the middle to the Pittsburgh 41-yard line. Patrick Peterson on the stop.
Yeah, RPO. Back end of it is a slant. Good throw. Really good timing. Keep in mind, Pittsburgh is now without both their starting safeties.
And they go with tempo. Here's a little bubble screen out near side right to Downs, trying to pick up a block, and he is tackled down around the 35-yard line. Let's pick up 6. We're going to make it the 36-yard line. Trenton Thompson stops the wide receiver after a gain of 5.
I would try to stress these safeties as quickly and often as I could. You've got Trent Thompson and Miles Killebrew in.
Sermon still the running back. 2nd and 5. And a running play to Sermon. Sermon tries to go up the middle. You got nothing. 1-yard push down to the 34. So you'll have a 3rd down coming up here. That's Miles Killebrew now. He's in the lineup because KZ was ejected after the vicious hit to Michael Pittman. And Fitzpatrick's the other missing player.
Killebrew does not play much defense. He's mostly a special team guy. As a matter of fact, he's more like a linebacker than a safety. So from a hit, downhill, tough perspective, he's really good. From a cover perspective, if I'm Indy, I'm going after him.
Now they've got 3rd down and a short 3 from the 34 in Pittsburgh territory. Minshew out of the shotgun. Pump fake. Now weaves his way to the left. Now he's going to run. He's going to slide. Did he get the first down? Or it's going to be close. If he just dives forward, he's got the first down. Mike, I don't think he got it.
Well, yeah, but he went head first, which means he should get full credit for the slide. If you go foot first, they mark it where you start. I thought he did what he had to get past there. He goes head first.
Yeah, well, but it's where you start the slide, right?
No, if you go head first, it's when you get touched.
Because he starts his slide, and yeah, you're right. He does go. I'm watching the replay, but he didn't get the first down, according to the spot. And we haven't seen Zach Moss since the touchdown. Remember, he got horse-collared on the touchdown. And we have a report that he has an arm injury. His return is questionable for Indianapolis. Bringing the chains out to see if this is a first down or not. They stretch it. And it looks like they didn't get it.
Now the ball's on, the 32-yard line? Steichen's got the offense going back out there, which you would think he would.
Yeah.
4th and about half a yard.
But you would, based on what you saw in that play, you think that's a bad spot.
He threw his knees out almost like he was going to slide, but he went head first.
Right.
So if they feel like it deceives the defense in any way, they're going to rule it that it was a foot first slide. I thought they were going to give it to him because his head was in front.
So the Colts offense remains on the field. The field goal unit was on for a second, and then it came off.
It's a big play here.
And again, they don't have Zach Moss now with that arm injury, and Jonathan Taylor not playing tonight. 3rd week in a row, he's been out with a thumb injury. 4th and inches for the Colts at the Pittsburgh 31-yard line with 6:37 to go in the first half. Colts trail 13-7, and we have another whistle. And someone called timeout. I don't know why we blew the play dead, but...
Yeah, I don't either.
The guy with the orange sleeves down there was out on the field for a second.
So the Colts have DJ Montgomery in at wide out. He's only there to block. He's not there to... So it'll be interesting to see if he has anything to do with this play.
Fourth down and inches for the Colts. Stretch play. Sermon, left side, got the first down. Stiff arms the tackler, and he goes out of bounds. Big run inside the 25, down to the Pittsburgh 22-yard line. So needed about a half a yard. He got 9, and the drive continues.
Really well done. They kick Highsmith up the field. Ogletree, the tight end, gets the key block. Just a downhill run at that point for Sermon. Straight arm got him the extra yards. That was a really good play, well blocked by Indy.
So the drive continues for the Colts inside 6 minutes to go first half. They're at the Pittsburgh 22. They move left to right as we call the action. Running back now, Tyler Goodson. Lynch hands off to Goodson. Tries to bounce it outside right. Cuts back left at the 15 and down to the 14-yard line. That's a gain of 8. It'll be 2nd down and 2. Joey Porter Jr. with the stop. So the Colts on a little roll here with 5:28 to go in the first half.
Jonathan Taylor out, not even dressed. Zach Moss out now with some kind of hand injury. Tyler Goodson, who just carried that ball, was activated yesterday, elevated from their practice squad. So right now it's Tyler Goodson and Trey Sermon that have to carry the load.
3 receivers out wide left now on a 2nd and 2. Indianapolis at the 14 of Pittsburgh. 17. Minshew waits for the snap. He's got it. And the running play up the middle. This is Tyler Goodson. He's got a first down. And they're going to mark him just inside the 10-yard line. So almost 5 on that play. Trenton Thompson on the stop. We've got word on Minkah Fitzpatrick now. It's a knee injury, and his return is questionable. 1st and goal Colts. Down 6, 13-7. About 4.5 minutes left in the first half. And they'll run it again right up the middle. Tyler Goodson this time doesn't get much. Got a yard.
Larry Ogunjobi does a good job there. Middle of that defense. They got him as a free agent from Cincinnati 2 years ago, and he's proven to be a very good player.
Ball spotted at the 8. 2nd and goal. Sermon checks back in the lineup. So Sermon this year for the season had only carried the ball 11 times for 37 yards. Goodson.
He got his first carry, right?
Yeah,
he had 2 catches, but that's his first carry.
That's right. 2nd and goal. Minshew back in the pocket to throw. Dumps it off near right side for Goodson. Goodson towards the right pylon. Did he get it? He did. Touchdown, Colts. Tyler Goodson has tied the game at 13 apiece. The toss from Minshew, some 8 yards, and now an extra point for the Colts to take the lead.
Pretty cool for Tyler Goodson. Just gets practice squad elevation yesterday, has a key carry, and stretches out fully. They're checking this right now because his right knee hit on the 2-yard line, and I think it's coming back.
Short of the goal line.
Oh my, yep, the right knee did touch clear on the replay. The right knee was down, he got back up and then popped it over the goal line, so they'll get it at the 2.
Well, the knee was down around the 2. Where are they going to mark it? Because the ball was extended, so it's probably inside the 2 somewhere, I'm guessing.
So now here's a big play for the Colts because it, actually for both sides here.
Yeah.
Because you got it 3rd down and goal. Colts on 3rd down are 3 of 6.
What are we doing? They're not even marking it yet. There seems confusion down here today that I don't understand.
And I don't know if they're looking for, because the play clock should be moving if he was down by contact.
There it goes.
Now it's moving.
It's inside the 2, it looks like, Bill.
Yeah. 3rd and goal, Sermon the running back. Colts moving left to right. Got 2 tight ends out near right side. Minshew awaits the snap. He's got it. Play action fake, dumps it over the middle, incomplete. Trying to go for Ogletree. A little jump pass over the middle after the play action fake to the running back, and now it's 4th and goal.
Good coverage by the backup safety, Trent Thompson. Remember, both safeties, Fitzpatrick and Casey, out of the game. Little pop pass, as Bill Rosinski said. Ball was too high for Ogletree.
Well, no field goal try here. The ball officially at the 1. It's 4th down and goal for the Colts. Sermon will be the running back. Minshew works out of the shotgun. Downs in motion near side right. Now he stops and continues to the right. Back to throw Minshew. Scrambling. Sidearm toss in the end zone. Oh, it's incomplete.
No.
He had DJ Montgomery open. It looked like he had it, and then he didn't. Oh, my goodness. Turnover on Downs with 3:23 to go in the first half. We're going to take a break. Score remains the Steelers 13, Colts 7. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood 1.
Hey, this is Travis Kelce, NFL tight end and proud member of the Lowe's home team. Lowe's knows when you've got the best price, you've already won. That's why we offer the lowest price guarantee. If you find a better price online or in-store, we'll match it. Now you can score on the top brands from the Lowe's home team picks, like Scotts, LG, and DeWalt. So take on your projects with confidence. Lowe's is the exclusive home improvement retail partner of the NFL.
Price match applies to same item, current price of qualifying retailers. Exclusions and terms apply. Learn how we'll match price at Lowe's.com/lowest price guarantee.
Jim Gaffigan here with some more Straight Talk. Now you can get a Walmart Plus membership, plus not pay for it, because it's included with Straight Talk wireless plans. You get free delivery with Walmart plus a Paramount Plus subscription included. Plus, you pay less for gas. That's a lot of pluses.
Only Straight Talk gives you unlimited 5G data and Walmart Plus included on select plans for free.
Straight Talk wireless, available at Walmart.
Requires service on Gold or Platinum Unlimited. One offer per eligible account. Paramount Plus Essential Plan only. Separate registration required. Additional terms apply.
A holiday message from Jackson Hewitt.
'Twas the yikes before Christmas when all through the house not a creature was stirring, except Larry. See, the stockings weren't hung by the chimney with care, 'cause Larry's wallet was empty with no time to spare. So he went to Jackson Hewitt for a holiday loan, got money so fast he rejoiced and went home. Avoid the yikes before Christmas. Go to Jackson Hewitt before it's too late. Get up to $1,000 fast, minus the wait.
Early refund advance offer to eligible clients. Application required. Finance charge applies. Loans by Republic Bank. Details at jacksonhewitt.com.
I know a lot of you really want the State Farm personal price plan, but what's with the oversharing? Like this voicemail from Leah.
Jake from State Farm. Listen, so sometimes I like to nibble on licorice and pretend I'm a teeny mouse, chewing through wires.
You don't need to get that personal. The State Farm personal price plan helps you create an affordable price just for you. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Call or go to statefarm.com for a quote today.
Prices vary by state. Options selected by customer. Availability and eligibility may vary.
A reminder to stay with us for the Thursday Night Football halftime report on Westwood One, sponsored by Wendy's. Scott Graham will recap game 1 of our special Saturday afternoon our Saturday tripleheader. First game between Cincinnati and Minnesota. That was won by the Bengals in overtime. That's coming up on the Wendy's halftime report. Wendy's breakfast, 2 for $3 biggie bundles. They're here. Limited time only during breakfast hours. All right, after the turnover on downs, the Steelers start at their 1-yard line, moving right to left. Harris, the running back, he's got it, trying to find a hole up the middle. There was none. And now we got the little rugby scrum as they continue to push the pile near the 4-yard line.
So, Bill, on that last play, let's go back to 4th and 2. Minshew does an unbelievable job extending the play, stepping up in the pocket, and looking like he's going to scramble. DJ Montgomery, who was just signed from the practice squad on Thursday, uncovers in the back of the end zone. Minshew puts it right in his belly, and going to the ground, he loses it.
Steelers lead 13-7, 2:44 to go. Clock moving. We're in quarter number 2. Trubisky under center this time. Hands it off. Harris, night hole right side. Oh, he got lit up at the 7, maybe the 8-yard line. Wow. He got rocked. There was an opening, and then it closed. Juju Brents and Nick Cross combined on the stop. Brents is back in the lineup after missing 6 weeks with a groin injury, and now it's 3rd down.
Big hit by Brents, the rookie second-round pick from Kansas State. I mentioned earlier, their top 4 corners are rookies.
We are going to reach the 2-minute warning here. Steelers do not have to run another play. And we have done just that. 2 to go, first half in Indianapolis. It's the Steelers 13, Colts 7. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood 1.
Listen to groundbreaking interviews and thrilling play-by-play all season long. Touchdown! On SiriusXM NFL Radio Channel 88 and the SiriusXM app.
On appliances. Get up to 30% off. Plus save up to an extra $750 on select major appliances. And buy now, pay later with Lowe's Pay to help balance your budget. Because Lowe's knows deals every day. Valid through 12/20. Appliance savings vary based on purchase amount. Exclusions apply while supplies last. Selection varies by location. See Lowe's.com for details. Subject to credit approval.
Jim Gaffigan here with some more Straight Talk. Let's take a moment to appreciate our sweet children, loving grandparents, and eternal soulmates. Now let's use them to save money on wireless. Because with the Straight Talk Silver Plan, you get 4 lines for just $25 a month with unlimited data and no contracts. So add those human pawns, loved ones, and save money. Thanks, kids. They're finally worth it. Straight Talk Wireless, available at Walmart.
Get 4 lines on Silver Unlimited for $25 per line per month, plus taxes and fees. For data management practices and additional terms, visit straighttalk.com.
This magical holiday moment is brought to you by KFC's 2 for $5 chicken wraps.
This time of year is so magical.
I know. KFC brought back their wraps, and they're even introducing a new mac and cheese chicken wrap in addition to the classic and spicy slaw.
I was talking about mac and cheese chicken wrap.
Yeah, and you can get 2 for only $5.
Wow, that is magical.
KFC wraps are back. Choose 2 for just $5, like the new mac and cheese chicken wrap.
It's finger-licking good.
Prices and participation may vary. Limited time offer. Tax extra.
A holiday message from Jackson Hewitt.
'Twas the yikes before Christmas when all through the house not a creature was stirring, except Larry. See, the stockings weren't hung by the chimney with care, 'cause Larry's wallet was empty with no time to spare. So he went to Jackson Hewitt for a holiday loan, got money so fast, he rejoiced and went home. Avoid the yikes before Christmas. Go to Jackson Hewitt before it's too late. Get up to $1,000 fast, minus the wait.
Early refund advance offer to eligible clients. Application required. Finance charge applies. Loans by Republic Bank. Details at jacksonhewitt.com.
COVID-19 can keep you on the sidelines. If you're more likely to get very sick from COVID, ask your doctor if prescription oral treatment is right for you. Visit treatcovid19.com. Sponsored by Pfizer. Bill Rosinski, Mike Mayock, the rest of our Westwood One crew. We got 2 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Steelers lead the Colts 13-7. Pittsburgh at their own 7 with a 3rd down and 4. Steelers have all of 84 yards here in the first half, but lead by 6. Trubisky deep drop into his end zone, airs it out far sideline, and a catch at the 25 by Deontay Johnson. There is a flag in the secondary. Did Johnson push off? Officials are talking it over.
Pass interference, defense, number 29. That penalty is declined. The play results in a first down.
And that is on Juju Brent. And the gain to the 25-yard line, so 17 yards on that pass play and a first down for Pittsburgh. So now they're inside 2 minutes, hoping for some points here.
Yeah, and that's a big play right there by Deontay Johnson, fighting physically through, getting attacked by that corner, breaking across his face and giving Trubisky a target.
From their 25, first down, draw play, Jalen Warren. Up the middle he goes, and then hit from behind and drop just a couple of yards to the 27, 2nd and 8. E.J. Speed in on the stop. Clock continues to go. The Steelers have all three of their timeouts.
Both teams do. So it'll be interesting, cat and mouse, depending on what happens in his next snap.
Warren remains the running back, but Trubisky's going to put it up. Floats it over the middle. That ball into the arms of Allen Robinson, who makes the catch, turns upfield and tackled at the 32-yard line. 5 more yards. So now what do you do here? No one's called a timeout.
Really interesting.
Ball's at the 32, and it's 3rd down. Neither team wants to call a timeout.
Neither team's overly confident in their offense. Let me be really honest with you.
All right, Steelers with a 3rd down and 2. Ball at their 32, actually more like 3rd and 3. Trubisky back to throw, over the middle, it goes incomplete. Boy, that was for Freiermuth. He had no chance. That wasn't even close.
Well, he was wide open, and there was a disconnect between the tight end and the quarterback. Trubisky thought he was going to sit it down, called a squat in the middle of a zone. Freiermuth kept going. That's why he missed him by so much.
So now the Colts have 3 timeouts and are going to get the football here. 54 seconds remaining in the half. Presley Harvin will punt. Josh Downs waiting to our left. Steelers lead 13-7. Snap is good. They do it with the right leg. Good kick. Downs backpedals at his own 12. Now upfield he comes 15 to the 20, cuts right to the 25, and down at the 26-yard line. We're going to pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Westwood 1, your home for the National Football League.
Interact with our stable of former players, coaches, and executives all day long on SiriusXM NFL Radio Channel 88 and the SiriusXM app.
So 44 seconds remain in the half. The Colts have it at their 26. That punt traveled 50 yards. The return by Downs was 14. So, Mike, they got all 3 timeouts. What are you expecting here?
I think if Patrick Mahomes was the quarterback, this is all day. 44 seconds and 3 timeouts. With Gardner Minshew, they're going to be really careful. I think a little check down, a draw, something to see if they can get some yards on first down. But I just don't see him being real aggressive here.
Yeah, we've got word that Michael Pittman, the wide receiver for the Colts, has now been ruled out for the rest of this game with a concussion.
That's a shame. Hope he's okay.
Minshew out of the gun, wants to put it up on first down. Good protection, down the middle of the field, wide open. This time DJ Montgomery holds onto it, breaks a tackle, and takes it down to the Steeler 40-yard line.
Boy,
Landon Roberts on the stop.
I think they're going conservative. They go back to the guy that just fumbled in the end zone and hit him with a big chunk play for 34 yards.
And the Colts have called a timeout after that gain of 34 yards. So they still have 2 timeouts. We have 35 seconds left in the half. A reminder that you can watch NFL Network and Westwood One announcers Rich Eisen and Kurt Warner Sundays at 9 a.m. Eastern on NFL Game Day morning, only on NFL Network. Bill Rosinski, Mike Mayock, and the rest of our Westwood One crew here. Mike Eby producing, Jane Kading, our statistician, Kevin Messenger, our spotter, Noah Champion's our engineer, Scott Graham back in the studio, and Charlie Moore is going to help us out after the game with an interview. Ball's at the 40 of Pittsburgh. First down and 10. Colts move left to right. Minshew again. Will throw. Near sideline, and we've got no flag. Oh, yeah, we do.
Boy.
Got a penalty flag. He was going for that back shoulder fade to Pierce. He and Joey Porter were locked up for about 5 yards at about the 10.
Pass interference, defense, number 24. Ball will be placed at the spot of the foul. Automatic first down.
Now, their vertical speed guy is Pierce. Porter had great coverage. There was no separation, but he had his hands on both shoulder pads. That ball had no chance of being caught, but they got Porter, the rookie, for being too physical.
So the penalty results in 26 yards.
Wow.
Down to the 14. So now 30 seconds in the half. Colts have 2 timeouts. They're moving left to right. First and 10 at the Pittsburgh 14. Minshew. Play action fake, rifles this over the middle, and it's high and incomplete for Alec Pierce. Second down, stops the clock with 27 seconds to go in the half. Colts still with 2 timeouts.
And that's the route Minshew usually throws very accurately. It's that RPO in-breaking route.
And let's remember again, so they've Jonathan Taylor not playing. Zach Moss got hurt in this game, scoring a touchdown, then a horse collar tackle. Michael Pittman is out with a concussion. Second and 10 at the 14 of Pittsburgh. Colts move left to right. Running back is Tyler Goodson. Play clock down to 2. Minshew's got it. Pumps, looks, little slant. It's caught, and to the 5, to the goal line. Touchdown, DJ Montgomery. Are you kidding me? The Colts marched downfield, got aided by a pass interference call, and DJ Montgomery, the GOAT on the last drive, who dropped a 4th down touchdown pass, puts one on the board.
I'm happy for the kid. He just got signed off the practice squad on Thursday, drops a key play in the end zone, comes back on the very next series with a 34-yard dig route with an extended run after catch, and then the touchdown. Really cool for DJ Montgomery.
And now Matt Gay to give the Colts the lead. The kick is up inside the left upright and good. So you had the long pass play. Montgomery, a big factor on that drive with 2 big catches. Wow. We'll check the drive summary, sponsored by O'Reilly Auto Parts. Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts. 3 plays, 74 yards. Montgomery with the 14-yard touchdown reception. He caught 2 passes on that drive for 48 yards. The extra point good. The drive took all of 22 seconds. 14-13 Colts on top.
Shows you what I know, Bill. Yep, they're going to be conservative, check it down. They're not going to push anything, and then Minchie goes bing, 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 touchdown.
Now, this game has seen some swings in momentum.
It's been a weird game, hasn't it?
Yeah. And again, the Colts are doing it with a bunch of kids, backups that haven't had a lot of playing time.
Well, I mean, keep in mind, Pittsburgh's lost both their safeties.
Yep. Igwebuike back deep for Pittsburgh. Here's the kickoff, and that will not be returned as it rumbles end over end into the end zone. And now with 22 seconds to go in the half, the Steelers have all 3 timeouts. We'll see what Mike Tomlin wants to do here with the ball at the 25. What's your theory on this with this amount of time left?
Again, I go back to the quarterback, and what most teams around the league do is a drive starter, a type of play where you try to check it down, draw something shallow across the field where you can catch and run. And if you get positive yards on first down, then you're in full attack mode.
Trubisky's going to throw on first down, and that goes upfield, but short hops Deontay Johnson at around the 35-yard line. So now there's 18 seconds to go in the half. It'll be 2nd down and 10 Pittsburgh.
Johnson was open, Deontay Johnson. It just was a bad throw because of pressure. Couldn't extend into the throw for the quarterback, Trubisky.
He's 8 of 12 for 74 yards.
Yeah, they've got 105 total yards. Indy's got 215. Really finding it difficult to move the football here for Pittsburgh.
2nd and 10 Steelers, moving right to left at their 25-yard line. Wide seat side. Colts come with 4. And Trubisky will throw deep downfield. Look out, that was incomplete. Intended receiver was George Pickens. And it'll be 3rd down and 10 with 13 seconds to go in the half.
They're having trouble protecting their quarterback. And that time, a little stunt where the defensive tackle, DeForest Buckner, wraps around the other defensive tackle, and he hit Trubisky right in the mouth. And, watching the tape last week against New England, they couldn't protect the quarterback. The ball had to get out quickly, and Trubisky was under pressure all day long, even though New England only rushed 4 guys at him.
Colts still have a couple of timeouts. Trubisky will throw on 3rd down, 3rd and 10. Little dump off to Jalen Warren. Warren upfield trying to dive for the first down. He might have it. No, it looks like, it really depends on where you're going to spot. He had to get to the 35.
Yeah, it's going to be the end of the half.
Yeah, clock continues to run, and that is it. Well, a wild first half. The Steelers had a 13-7 lead, and the Colts strike quickly on a drive that took all of 22 seconds. An interference call, big part of it. But they will go to the locker room with a 14-13 lead. So, Mike, your thoughts on what we saw the first 30 minutes of this game with injuries, a big part for both teams?
Yeah, and I give Indy a lot of credit. Some special team mistakes early, a blocked punt, a missed field goal. They were able to climb back into the game, and I'm excited for that kid, DJ Montgomery.
End of the first half in Indianapolis. Our score, the Colts 14, Steelers 13. When we return, Scott Graham rejoins us from our studios with the Wendy's halftime report. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood One.
Don't Don't miss out on new deals every day at Lowe's. Right now, get can't-miss deals on appliances. Get up to 30% off. Plus, save up to an extra $750 on select major appliances. And buy now, pay later with Lowe's Pay to help balance your budget. Because Lowe's knows deals every day. Valid for 12/20. Appliance savings vary based on purchase amount. Exclusions apply. While supplies last. Selection varies by location. See Lowe's.com for details. Subject to credit approval.
Wendy's new breakfast 2 for $3 Biggie Bundles let you create your own delicious combo. Choose from a sausage biscuit, egg and cheese biscuit, small seasoned potatoes, and a medium hot coffee. But it's obvious which combo's the best. Sausage biscuit and small seasoned potatoes. Well, maybe it's the fresh cracked egg and cheese biscuit with a medium hot coffee. Or 2 savory sausage biscuits. Whichever you pick, you can't go wrong. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's new 2 for $3 Biggie Bundles.
Limited time only. U.S. price and participation may vary. Not valid in a combo. Single item at regular price.
Welcome to the NFL Halftime Report on Westwood One, sponsored by Wendy's. With Wendy's new breakfast 2 for $3 Biggie Bundles, you can choose the pair you want. Limited time only during breakfast hours. U.S. price and participation may vary. Not valid in a combo. Single item at regular price. Once again, here's your host, Scott Graham.
From our Westwood One studios, we're at halftime of game number 2 of our triple header, and this one has had a lot of moments. It has been, as Mike Mayock called it, weird in the first half, but the Indianapolis Colts holding on to a 14-13 lead over the Pittsburgh Steelers. This is going to be followed by game number 3 tonight from Ford Field in Detroit, as the Lions, the 3 seed in the NFC, take on a streaking Denver Broncos team trying to come back from a 1-5 start to their season and work their way into the playoff field. Getting ready for that one, our own John Stashauer sat down with Broncos linebacker Alex Singleton.
You know, it's so crazy right now with the standings. You know, you're a game back of the Chiefs. You're in this 6-way tie for wild card. Do you look at the standings? Are you aware of all that, or do you not really pay that much attention to it?
I mean, we're aware of it, but you can't pay attention to it. We got 4 games, to go, and obviously you want to go 1 week at a time. And if we take care of business and win those 4 games, it will definitely all play itself out in our advantage.
Well, I don't think any team in the league has altered its course upwards during the course of the season as much as you guys have. I mean, you start out, you lose 5 of 6, and now you've won 6 of 7. I'm sure there's multiple reasons. What can you point to as some of the biggest reasons why the team has improved so much?
Yeah, I would starting, with the locker room. I guess when we were 1-5, it was there was nobody believing in us except ourselves, and so to kind of be able to rally together and find ways to stay in football games, then win football games. We were able to just take steps together and kind of it really transformed from, are we going to win? Because, last year was a lot of hoping you were going to win. And then, all of a sudden, the Chiefs came here before our bye week, and it was like, we're going to win this game. And when we were able to do that the way we did, I think, since then, we've kind of just had that momentum and that belief that, we're going to win every game, every time we step on the field.
Well, you talk about the locker room. How much of effect? I mean, Sean Payton comes in. He's won a Super Bowl. He's won a ton of games. I mean, how much effect has he had on this improvement?
Yeah, I would say just his coaching style. I think after those, some of those first losses early on, we all felt like we're about to get just, chewed, from both ends. And instead, it was motivating. And I think just the coach he is, the way he presents himself, the way that the way he speaks to the team and all that stuff, I think it's motivating, and guys have gotten and rallied behind him, and are the reason we've been playing that way.
All right, Alex, let me ask you about the Lions. They can really score. They can certainly run it. They can pass it too. As a linebacker, you got to worry about both those things. But what impresses you about them?
Yeah, I think just that. Obviously, like every team, when their running game's going, it opens up everything else, for them. So they're a good football team, but yeah, the teams that have, kind of held them in check, stop the run, and it kind of takes away from that play action game. Then, when the linebackers don't have to bite up, 3 or 4 yards on every snap, they, those big, over routes that, are really hard for, DBs to cover when you don't have underneath help. So to be able to, stop the run, which is a tall task of its own against this team.
Hey, Alex, thanks so much for the time. We appreciate it. Happy holidays.
Oh yeah, of course. See you guys.
Broncos linebacker Alex Singleton. Stay tuned for part 3 of our special NFL Saturday triple header on Westwood One. The Broncos and the Lions, J.P. Shadrick and Mike Golick have all the action live from Ford Field, kicking off at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Our halftime score in Indy, the Colts 14, the Steelers 13. This is Westwood One's coverage of the National Football League.
This is NASCAR champion Kyle Busch, Chase Elliott, Kyle Larson, Joey Logano, Kevin Harvick, Martin Truex Jr., Brad Keselowski. What is SiriusXM NASCAR Radio? It's a place to talk about your favorite sport.
You know, I renew my subscription. It never comes off this channel. The whole day is awesome.
It's a place to hear from the biggest names in NASCAR.
Joey Logano, what are you doing?
I got the SiriusXM set up at my house so I can jump on more often.
Joey, I want to first thank you for doing this. This is awesome for the fans.
It's a trusted source for breaking news.
Major stories today, my friends. Let's get down to business.
I'm in the hauler with the breaking news story.
It's every NASCAR race heard live, including in-car radios.
Logano gets into the back. He shoves him up the racetrack.
Stay out, stay out, stay out. Trust me.
Custer's going to go for the lead here. They get door to door with each other.
Yeah!
And it's classic races that honor the history of the sport.
Dale Earnhardt is going to win the Daytona 500.
So what is SiriusXM NASCAR Radio? It's your 24/7 home for all things NASCAR.
The way you guys cover these races is unbelievable.
Channel 90 and on the SiriusXM app.
Hey, this is Clay Harbor.
This is Love the Tupu.
It's Bob Popple along with Super Bowl champion Carl Banks.
Hey, NFL fans. This is Solomon Wilcox, former NFL safety and host of the Believe in Bengals podcast. Catch my show and all 32 Believe NFL podcasts on the SiriusXM app. Search Believe, that's BLEAV, plus your team's name on the SiriusXM app and Apple Podcasts. Believe is included with all SiriusXM trials and SiriusXM plans.
Hey, this is Howard Bender from the Fantasy Alarm Show. Catch me and the GM Jim Bowden weekdays at 5 p.m. Eastern. All week long, we bring you the best in fantasy insights around. We're all the fantasy football deliciousness you need to help you crush your fantasy football leagues this season. Plus, we share our favorite picks for DFS and betting. Oh, and don't forget about Jukebox Monday, the Wheel of Randomness, and all your favorites. That's the Fantasy Alarm Show weeknights from 5 to 7 p.m. Eastern, Fantasy Sports Radio, Channel 87.
Back in the halftime show, 1-point game in Indianapolis. Earlier today, game 1 of our triple header. What a barn burner this was in Cincinnati. Two teams fighting for the playoffs. The Bengals trailed the Minnesota Vikings in the closing minutes when Jake Browning brought his team downfield, and T. Higgins made one of the greatest plays you're ever going to see, catching a 21-yard touchdown with 39 seconds left to force overtime. In the extra period, Minnesota went for it on 4th down in Bengals territory and came up short. Bengals drove downfield and gave their kicker a chance to win it.
We wait the snap, clean, spot good, right-footed kick in the air. He drilled it. Evan McPherson, the walk-off winner, and the Bengals win in overtime. They rally from down 17-3. They beat the Vikings 27-24.
John Sadak with the call right here on Westwood One. What a ball game, as both teams are now 7-6. And for Zach Taylor, the head coach of the Bengals, an exhausting day.
I mean, it was an emotional game. I mean, that thing was a roller coaster. That's kind of like the season a little bit. And you have to be able to stay composed and not panic. I remember being down 14, I think, at the end of the third quarter, if I'm not mistaken, and just feeling like we're in this. We just have to score. Our defense will get a stop. We don't start throwing the ball every play because it's a 2-score game. It didn't feel like that, and that came true for us.
Constant motion right now in terms of the playoff race, but as of right this second, if they started the playoffs, the Bengals would be in as the 6th seed. Minnesota Vikings are still in on the NFC side. This has been the Westwood One Saturday NFL Halftime Report, sponsored by Wendy's. With Wendy's new breakfast 2 for $3 Biggie Bundles, you can choose the pair you want. Limited time only during breakfast hours. U.S. price and participation may vary. Not valid in a combo. Single item at regular price. Our halftime score, Indianapolis 14, Pittsburgh 13. When we return, Bill Wazinski and Mike Mayhawk have the second half kickoff. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood One.
Hulu has live sports. Watch your favorite football teams with over 90 live channels, including ABC, CBS, ESPN, Fox, NBC, and more. Plus, get access to Hulu's entire streaming library, filled with top shows, movies, and originals. With Hulu Plus Live TV, get access to Disney Plus and ESPN Plus, all in one plan. Say goodbye to extra cable fees and get all the sports and entertainment you need with Hulu Plus Live TV today. Live TV plan required. Restrictions apply. Access content from each service separately and select ESPN Plus content via Hulu. Learn more at hulu.com.
A holiday message from Jackson Hewitt.
'Twas the yikes before Christmas when all through the house not a creature was stirring, except Larry. See, the stockings weren't hung by the chimney with care, 'cause Larry's wallet was empty with no time to spare. So he went to Jackson Hewitt for a holiday loan, got money so fast, he rejoiced and went home. Avoid the yikes before Christmas. Go to Jackson Hewitt before it's too late. Get up to $1,000 fast, minus the wait.
Early refund advance offer to eligible clients. Application required. Finance charge applies. Loans by Republic Bank. Details at jacksonhewitt.com.
Welcome back to Indianapolis. Halftime about coming to an end. Bill Rosinski, Mike Mayock here at the Lucas Oil Stadium, and the home team on top. Indianapolis 14 and Pittsburgh 13. Let's check the halftime stats. Sponsored by Indeed, making the hiring process work for you with Indeed's end-to-end hiring solution. You can attract, interview, and hire candidates all from one place. Start at Indeed.com/credit. First half, the Colts with 215 total yards. The Steelers with only 114. Trubisky 9 of 14, 83 yards, a touchdown, and a pick. Minshew 14 of 21, 185. The big story was the injuries. Two to the Steelers secondary. Actually, one player was thrown out, KZ. Fitzpatrick out for the game. He's got a knee injury. And then the offensive players, Mike, going down left and right for Indianapolis, but they've got the lead. Your thoughts on what we saw and what lies ahead here?
Been a really weird game. I mean, Indianapolis overcame poor special teams play early, miss a long field goal, have a punt blocked, give Pittsburgh two short fields, which they convert into 13 points, but they hang in there. Gardner Minshew makes some plays, and Bill, that last drive, 3 plays, 74 yards in 22 seconds with DJ Montgomery, the unlikely star of the game. Really kind of cool. And is it a weird game? Yeah, but it's I'm kind of enjoying it.
And again, the importance of this football game, because of what's going on in the AFC. 15 teams still are mathematically possible to make the playoff. Even the Chargers, even after what happened to them, they were still mathematically in to having a chance to make it in the postseason. But then you have this big logjam here. You got Cleveland, the 5 seed. There's 3 wild cards. Cleveland at 5, they're 8-5. Pittsburgh, the Colts 7-6. And you got the Texans, Denver, they're 7-6. Denver against Detroit later tonight here on Westwood 1. Cincinnati, big win for them today in overtime. You heard that game on Westwood 1, beating Minnesota, so they're 8-6. Buffalo is 7-6. I mean, this is going to go down to the last week. Time for the second half kickoff, sponsored by Boot Barn. Boot Barn celebrates the values of honesty, hard work, ingenuity, and perseverance, proudly offering a piece of the American spirit. Boot Barn, keep west. Here's the kickoff from right to left. That'll go through the end zone. The Colts will take over first down and 10. But, Mike, overall, I would guess you believe this AFC will come down to the last week, and who knows what's going to happen.
Oh, I don't think there's any doubt about that. And you look at Indy's schedule, though, if they can come out of here with a win and 8-6, they've got at Atlanta next week, followed by hosting Las Vegas and Houston. To me, all 3 of those games are eminently winnable. And Pittsburgh's got a much more difficult task. So if Indy hangs on, I think they're going to make the playoffs. I really do.
Goodson, the running back, first call to him, and right up the gut he goes to about the 30-yard line. Tyler Goodson, first-year pro out of Iowa. Signed with Green Bay last year. And getting a lot of work because Zach Moss, who scored on a touchdown in the first half, was horse-collared on the play. He's got an arm injury. He's out. No Jonathan Taylor for the 3rd week in a row for the Colts, the star running back with a wrist injury, and Michael Pittman out with a concussion in this game. 2nd and 5. Colts move left to right from their 30. Minshew looks left, nobody open, comes back right, and there's the running back. Goodson makes the catch, shy of the first down, and they're going to mark him at the 33-yard line to pick up a 3.
Good tackle by Joey Porter Jr., 2nd-round pick, obviously son of the elder Porter who played here in Pittsburgh. Very popular choice in the Steel City.
So now the Colts in the first half were 3 of 7 in 3rd down conversions. This is 3rd down and 2 from the 33. Minshew out of the shotgun, got three receivers bunched far side left. He looks that way, now floats it over the middle, caught at the 39-yard line by dropped it. DJ Montgomery.
Yeah, Walker
hit him. Yep. Looked like he had it, got hit, ball came out, fourth down. That was
This is a feast or famine day for this DJ Montgomery now. I mean, he drops a touchdown, just dropped the third down right there, and in between managed to make two big plays on that scoring drive, including the 16-yard touchdown reception. That's a lot of work for a guy that just got called up on Thursday.
Sanchez will punt, get it away from left to right. Calvin Austin awaits. Here's the kick. Nice kick. Austin have to backpedal. Going to let it go. It's inside the 15. May have gone out inside the 10. Oh, that was a really good punt that traveled 57 yards. We'll pause. 13:28 to go, third quarter in Indianapolis. The Colts 14, Steelers 13. This is Westwood One's coverage of the National Football League.
Nobody covers the National Football League.
They give Mahomes time for the end zone. He throws it. It's caught. Touchdown!
Like SiriusXM NFL Radio, Channel 88. Our team of former players, coaches, and front office executives like Charlie Weiss, Pat Kerwin, Tim Miller, Rich Gannon, Alex Smith, and Hall of Famer Bill Polian brings you closer to the game. If it's happening, we are there. Live from the Scouting Combine in March to the Draft in April. And in the summer, SiriusXM NFL Radio takes you to all 32 training camps. We connect you with the history of the game on stage for Hall of Fame weekend. Hear all the primetime play-by-play action from opening night through the Super Bowl.
Spectacular in every way. Confetti flying in the air.
Your 24/7 home for the NFL all year long. SiriusXM NFL Radio, Channel 88.
Congratulations to the Texas Rangers.
The Rangers have won the World Series.
The only thing harder than winning that title is defending it. Tune to NLB Network Radio for up-to-the-minute coverage of baseball's hot stove season. Start your day with Steve Phillips, Eduardo Perez, and Xavier Scruggs at 7 Eastern on the leadoff spot.
There's something special going on there.
Followed by Mike Farron and former GM Jim Duquette on Power Alley at 10.
They woke up a sleeping dog.
Weekdays at 2 Eastern. Brian Spilborn, CJ Nitkowski, and Brad Lidge on Loud Out.
I wanted to cheer for big home runs and a lot of them.
Plus, exclusive on-site pregame shows from the League Championship Series and the World Series. Don't miss a pitch of the excitement on SiriusXM and hear your hometown announcers wherever you are on the SXM app. MLB Network Radio. Baseball talk for the baseball fan. Hear it on SiriusXM 89 and the SiriusXM app.
Welcome back to the Grainger broadcast booth in Indianapolis. Along with Mike Mayock, I'm Bill Brzezinski. Huddle up with Grainger to get more done. Grainger offers supplies and solutions for every industry. Call, click Grainger.com, or stop by one of over 250 branch locations. Steelers start at their 10, moving right to left. They trail 14-13. We're 13:28 left, quarter number 3. And off Harris running right, breaks one tackle, breaks a second, and the ball came out as he hit the ground at the 12-yard line. EJ Speed made the tackle.
Second down.
So it will be second down.
I'm going to tell you right now, DeForest Buckner is blowing stuff up left and right. He and Grover Stewart. Fans react to the ball coming out, but it looked like his elbow hit first.
No, the Colts are celebrating like it's a turnover. And Shane Steichen has, I believe, dropped the red flag. Our referee for this afternoon's game, Adrian Hill. And Hill is coming up.
Oh, the ball's out.
Okay.
The ball is out. The right knee of the tackler, EJ Speed, actually hit the ball on the way to the ground. Ball's cupped loosely. His knee hits it, and it's out.
Indianapolis is challenging the ruling on the field of a down-by-contact run.
So we will have another review, and we will pause with 13:03 to go in the third quarter in Indianapolis. Colts 14, Steelers 13. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood One.
Need to hire? Don't let the transfer market send you into overtime. Indeed's all-in-one hiring solution helps employers source, interview, and hire candidates all from one place. When you post a sponsored job, you get access to a large pool of quality candidates who have uploaded a resume to Indeed. You can then review their profiles to make sure they meet your must-have requirements. Make the hiring process work for you. Log in and get started today at Indeed.com/hire.
It's Macy's one-day sale with great deals of the day on gifts we love, like 15 to 60% off the season's hottest toys from Toys R Us, 60% off diamond jewelry from designers like Effie, Le'Veon, and more. Plus, get 60 to 65% off warm and stylish coats for everyone. And now's the time to spend your Macy's money on any gifts you want. No merchandise exclusions. Now at Macy's. Learn more at Macy's.com/Macy's Money. Savings off sale and clearance prices. Exclusions apply.
Do you have a game plan for COVID-19? Prescription oral treatments must be taken within the first 5 days of symptoms, even if mild. If you have a high risk factor, ask your doctor if treatment is right for you. Visit treatcovid19.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Try Barbasol 1919 Classic Shaving Cream. Paying homage to the original invented over 100 years ago. This non-aerosol formula features enhanced ingredients, an exceptional glide, and crisp fragrance for a winning shave experience. Learn more at Barbasol.com.
Welcome back to Indianapolis. After review, the challenge, a good one for Shane Steichen. It's a fumble, and the Colts will have it at the Steeler 18-yard line. Driving under the influence of marijuana is illegal, and law enforcement officers can tell if you're driving high. If you feel different, you drive different. Drive high, get a DUI, paid for by NHTSA. And Bill Rosinski along with Mike Mayock and the rest of our Westwood One crew. And Mike, another crucial mistake by the Steelers. And now the Colts will take over in the red zone.
Second turnover of the day by that opportunistic Indy defense. An interception early. And that time, E.J. Speed punches it out with his knee on the way to the ground. Ball clearly recovered by Blackman. And it's Colts ball on the 12-yard line.
Steelers led in the second quarter, 13-7, but then a quick drive near the end of the half by Indianapolis got them in the end zone. The extra point gave them the lead. The Colts were a 3-and-out on their first possession, and the Steelers have given it right back to them. Colts will move left to right. They're in the home Royal Blues throwback uniforms with white helmets and the Colt logo on the back. And back to throw Minshew on first down near sideline. Toss caught. It's going to be a touchdown. It's Mo Alley Cox. He got lost in the secondary, hit him on the fly, took it to the near right corner. His 8th catch of the season, his 3rd touchdown.
And Pittsburgh had their run defense linebackers in the game. It was a heavy run look. Good play wasn't even play action. Nice job by the former college basketball player, Mo Alley Cox, getting in behind Mark Robinson for the touchdown.
He doesn't catch a lot of them. Nope. When he does.
That's right.
Extra point is up and down the middle. Well, it didn't take long. One play after the turnover. And the Colts lead is now 21-13. You know, I think back to those Bills teams that went to 4 consecutive Super Bowls, and they had a tight end by the name of Butch Roll. Butch would catch 10 passes a year, and 7 would be for touchdown.
Well, our guy Mo Alley Cox, that was his 8th catch on the season, 3 of them for touchdowns, so good call by you.
All right, so now the Steelers are up against it. Mike, let's get into this situation with Pittsburgh. They don't change head coaches a lot, but Mike Tomlin's feeling a lot of heat now. You pointed this out last night. We were having dinner. They've missed the playoffs 3 of the last 5 years after missing it just 3 times in his first 11 seasons. They've rolled the dice on quarterbacks. It hasn't worked. Pickett is hurt. How much trouble is Tomlin in?
I'm a huge believer in stability, and I'm a huge believer in Mike Tomlin. Historically, Pittsburgh has stayed with head coaches. I mean, Tomlin's the 3rd guy in about 50 or 60 years. It's Chuck Noll, Bill Cowher, Mike Tomlin. And they're not going to make a change unless they believe it's necessary. They're not going to do it because of pressure from the media or their fans.
Kickoff through the end zone, so the Steelers will take over at their 25-yard line. But again, you know, you mentioned, I think, early in the game when the Colts were falling behind. This is not an offense that can, throw a lot of points at you and catch up. But we're not seeing that. We haven't seen this from the Steelers all season long, the ability to score a lot of points. And now they're down 21-13.
Yeah, and especially with their, with the backup quarterback, Trubisky may have been the second overall pick in the draft in 2017, but he certainly is not a starting quarterback in the league.
He will throw on first down, and it's Freiermuth, the tight end, jammed it into him. He was double covered, but still caught it. E.J. Speed among those to greet the Pittsburgh tight end, a gain up to the 31-yard line, gain of 6.
And what they're going to be forced to do a little bit. Now, keep in mind, it's only a one-score game. It's 21-13, so there's no panic. But their best weapons are Pickens, the wideout, and Deontay Johnson, the other wideout, along, I think, with Warren, the running back, in the screen and downhill run game.
Austin in motion, now comes back near side left. Here's the pitch, trying to turn the left side, nowhere. Just knocked down right at the line of scrimmage. Jalen Warren, the second-year running back out of Oklahoma State. Speed again.
Yeah, they can't run the ball, Bill. I mean, the run game, they've got 37 yards at this point, and they've carried the ball 15 times.
And this against a Colts team,
right,
that since week 7 has been averaging giving up 147 yards rushing a game.
Yeah, it's hard to quarterback a team that can't run the ball and struggles to protect you.
Third down along 5, Steelers at their 30. Trubisky back to throw. In trouble. Down he goes at the 24-yard line. DeForest Buckner along with Ibukum, able to bring him down. The Steelers will have to punt the football away.
Yeah, Gus Bradley's defense has been large today, and it starts inside. You mentioned it, DeForest Buckner. He's one of those 6'8" guys. He pushes the pocket from the inside, and then Samson Ekubon comes from the outside. That's the 9th sack of the year for Ekubon with help from Buckner.
Harvin will punt. Josh Downs back deep for the Colts. You do it with the right leg. Downs has to run up under it on the fly. Takes it at the 35. He's to the 45-yard line quickly and down at the 49. So that line drive punt, and he was able to take it on the fly. 41 yards with the punt, 13 on the return. Rodney Williams with the tackle. Start the holidays early with Peacock's NFL Holiday exclusive game. Watch the Buffalo Bills against the Los Angeles Chargers live. That's this coming Saturday, December 23rd at 7:30 Eastern, streaming exclusively on Peacock.
Be interesting to see which Chargers team shows up, huh?
Oh, wow.
Right?
Coach and GM fired this week. 11-12 to go, third quarter. Colts up 21-13. Handoff. Goodson trying to turn to right side. He's got the corner at the 40, at the 30, and finally out of bounds near the 20-yard line. They're going to mark him at around the 18. Tyler Goodson, just activated for this game, forced out of bounds by Trenton Thompson, a rumble for 33.
They pulled their left guard, Quentin Nelson, and he didn't even have to hit anybody till about 7 or 8 yards down the field. That's how much it was sealed from the inside, and that gave the running back, Tyler Goodson, who didn't even have a carry coming into today, an opportunity to have a big day. That's what? How many carries does he have at this point? 5 for 21?
Yeah, that
Make it 6 for 52.
Yeah. Well, and our referee is on a knee. I think he's just tying his shoe. You never know what's going on in this league.
It's been a weird game, man.
Yeah, Trenton Thompson was shaken up on the play. He's the guy who made the tackle on the running back. And he was down for a while, got up, and then the training staff, as he was walking to the far sideline, came out and said, let's stop. Just make sure you're okay. Helmet is off. And he's slowly making his way to the sideline.
They're running out of safeties. Patrick Peterson, their corner who plays inside in some of their nickel and dime, he's been playing some safety in this game.
Fitzpatrick got hurt in the first half. He will not return. KZ was ejected on a vicious hit on Michael Pittman. Pittman is out for the game with a concussion. But the good news was Pittman got up after that hit and walked under his own power to the sideline. Ball spotted at the 20. So it'll be first down and 10. Inside 11 minutes to go, third quarter. Colts leading 21-13 over Pittsburgh. And looking for more. Sermon off to the right of Minshew. Play action fake. Minshew has to roll right. And a little dump off to Mo Alley Cox. And he holds on for a gain of 2 yards to the 18. Walker in on the stop for Pittsburgh.
Give Patrick Peterson some credit. The 13-year veteran who's been a Pro Bowl corner for years came over this year from Minnesota. He's been playing outside as a starter, inside in some of their specialty packages, and now he's matched with Miles Killebrew, who probably got 0 snaps in practice at safety this week. That's what they're dealing with.
2nd and 7 from the 17. Granson, the tight end, comes in motion. Now back to the right. Pump right. Here's Minshew downfield for Mo Alley Cox, and he couldn't hold on. Had the ball for a second, fell on his back, and couldn't hold on.
Mo Alley Cox trying to run a corner route, and the ball hit him in both hands. He had an opportunity to catch for a touchdown. He was juggling it, and Joey Porter Jr. got there late and ripped out what was remaining. So if he makes a short-handed catch, it's another touchdown for Indy. That ball was very catchable.
So now the Colts have it third down. Ball's at the 17, third down and 7. They're in Pittsburgh territory. Mitchell will put it up again. Stepped up, little shovel pass forward to the tight end who's going to take it down near a first down. That was Kyle Granson. Going to be shy. They mark him just shy of the 10-yard line. So what do you do now if you're Shane Steichen? You send the field goal unit on.
Yeah, you got an 8-point lead. Get 3 more. Make it a 2-possession game. I mean, let's face it, the way Pittsburgh's moved the football, or hasn't moved the football,
right,
at this point, two scores seems almost insurmountable.
So Goodson's got 6 carries for 52. DJ Montgomery, touchdown catch. A couple others that he held on to.
A couple he
dropped.
He dropped.
Field goal from 29 is on the way, and that is right down the middle. A reminder that for every field goal made this afternoon throughout the remainder of the season, Barbasol will make a donation to Kurt and Brenda Warner's Treasure House, a living community for adults with disabilities. Barbasol shaving cream, an American original for over 100 years. Close Shave America. Close Shave Barbasol. 9:02 left, third quarter. The Colts 24, Steelers 13. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood One.
Hey guys, Chris Brockman here. Prize Picks, it's the most fun I've had, winning up to 25 times my money this football season. And now I can play during basketball season too. I can take combo projections across both sports. Just select 2 or more players, pick more or less their projection, and place your entry. You could turn $10 into $250 with just a few taps. Easy gameplay, quick withdrawals, and an enormous selection of players and stat options are what makes Prize Picks the #1 daily fantasy sports app. And Prize Picks is the only DFS platform with an injury insurance policy, keeping you in the game if one of your players goes down. Join the Prize Picks community of more than 7 million football fans who have already signed up. Right now, Prize Picks will match your first deposit up to $100. Just visit prizepicks.com/primetime and use the code PRIMETIME. That's code PRIMETIME at prizepicks.com/primetime for a first deposit match of up to $100. Prize Picks, daily fantasy sports made easy. Must be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details.
Jim Gaffigan here with some more Straight Talk. Let's take a moment to appreciate our sweet children, loving grandparents, and eternal soulmates. Now let's use them to save money on wireless. Because with the Straight Talk Silver Plan, you get 4 lines for just $25 a month with unlimited data and no contracts. So add those human pawns, loved ones, and save money. Thanks, kids. They're finally worth it. Straight Talk Wireless, available at Walmart.
Get 4 lines on Silver Unlimited for $25 per line per month, plus taxes and fees. For data management practices and additional terms, visit straighttalk.com.
It is time for the Shopify Fact of the Game. Shane Steichen can become the 5th consecutive Colts head coach to make the playoffs in his first season with the team. The others, Frank Reich, Chuck Pagano, Jim Caldwell, and Tony Dungy. That's the Shopify Fact of the Game. Want to sell smarter? Get Shopify. Shopify's commerce platform helps you sell more with the best converting checkout on the internet. Get a $1 per month trial at shopify.com/football. Bill Rosinski alongside Mike Mayock and the rest of our Westwood One crew are in the third quarter at Indianapolis. Colts 24 unanswered points. They lead the Steelers 24-3 as Indy kicks off from the left to right. Igwebuike will let it go through the end zone, and the Steelers will take over at their 25-yard line. Scoring drive for the Colts, 5 plays, 40 yards, ends with a Matt Gay 29-yard field goal. Goodson set it up with that 31-yard run. Drive took 2 minutes and 10 seconds.
I'm getting to the point here watching this Pittsburgh offense where they cannot run the football. Buckner and Grover Store will not let them run the football. They're going to have to start getting the football down the field, protect your quarterback, and you got to get it to Deontay Johnson, and you got to get it to Pickens.
Steelers move right to left, and Trubisky will throw out of the gun, swings it out into the flat, makes one man miss. Nice move by Warren, but flags are flying as he's tackled after a gain of 1 to the 26. Hold everything.
Connor Hayward, the backup tight end, he's going to get called for a hold on. It's really a one-person screen to the running back, and he's the one person.
Holding offense, number 83, 10-yard penalty, still first down.
It's a bad place to hold because it's right out in the middle of everybody. It's so easy to see it for the referee. Right out there on a bubble screen, out wide, right in front of the ref. Reached out and grabbed a free runner, basically.
That's 5 penalties against the Steelers in this game for 76 yards. A couple of holding calls included in that group. Ball back at the 15, 1st and 20. Warren the setback. He's got it up the middle. He goes, has a hole, still churning the legs, and finally dragged down at the 24-yard line. So he got 9 of the 10 penalty yards back. Kenny Moore and Zaire Franklin in on the stop. So second down coming up. Again, Kenny Pickett has had his injury issues, had a high ankle sprain, actually had surgery for it. And I heard a report, might have been an NFL Network, where they're hoping he's back not next week, but for the following game. Might be too late by then.
Yeah, they got to win football games, especially given the schedule they have left.
Second down 11. Here's a little swing pass near left side to Warren. Warren cuts back upfield to the right to the 30. And now they'll have a manageable third down coming up, tackled by Zaire Franklin at the 32-yard line.
Zaire Franklin's a great story. I mean, the guy came into today with 144 tackles.
Uh-oh.
Offense, number 78, 10-yard penalty, replay, second down.
So another holding call against the Steelers, this time on the right guard, James Daniels.
This thing's imploding right now. Offense is hard to watch right now. They haven't been able to run the football. As a team, what's that, the 6th penalty for 86 yards. Indy's only had 2. They started with a 13-0 lead. Indy has stormed back with 24 points. And Pittsburgh really has done nothing right on the offensive side of the ball.
Trubisky, 10 of 15, 88 yards. Running play, and this is Warren. Warren gets his few yards to the 15, and then push back. So it'll be third down and forever. Odangbo on the stop for the Colts. 7 minutes, 15 seconds, clock moving. We're in the third quarter in Indianapolis, and the Colts have taken control of this game after falling behind 13-0 in the second quarter. It's now 24-13. And the Steelers are faced with a 3rd and 20 at their own 15.
And again, Pickens, Deontay Johnson, they're your playmakers. You got to find them. Find them.
Play clock to 4. Trubisky's got it. 4-man rush, lots of time. Now sprints out of the pocket, loops it downfield, wide open at the 40, and it's caught into the arms of George Pickens. Or was that... I saw the one. I didn't see if that was Johnson or Pickens, but it's a catch and a first down. It was Deontay Johnson who made the catch just across the 40-yard line.
Yeah, he was a little stutter move on a double move, came back to the ball when Trubisky was able to extend the play. Really good job by Trubisky extending the play. Good job, scramble rules. The wide receiver has to find a place Sudden cut toward the sideline. Trubisky found them.
What a huge first down for Pittsburgh. They're at their 41. Harris, the handoff, cuts left, breaks a tackle across the 45, and dragged down around the 48-yard line. Picks up 7.
Little energy all of a sudden. Let's go tempo, right? Let's go tempo. Get some people in and up-tempo this thing a little bit. They're going to get in the huddle. I mean, that 3rd and 21, Bill, that's huge to convert that.
Wow.
You got Najee Harris picks up 7 or 8 on a quick run. I'd like to see him up-tempo this thing a little bit and try and get Indy on their heels a little bit.
Harris still the running back. Connor Haywood in motion right. Play action fake. Trubisky deep drop. Sets up. Fires downfield. And that is a catch at the 35-yard line. That was George Pickens that time. And that's going to be another first down, gain of 17 yards.
So there we go. We get one to Deontay Johnson. We get one to Pickens. Now you got something going.
And the receivers this week, Deontay Johnson and George Pickens, very vocal about, hey, get us the football. Johnson said at key points in the game, get them the ball in tough situations.
Yeah, and they want it vertically, too. They don't want just checkdowns and crosses.
First and 10 at the Colt 35 for Pittsburgh. Harris the call, breaks a tackle, breaks another inside the 35 down to the 31-yard line. Strong 4 yards for Najee Harris, third-year pro out of Alabama. And we've got a Colt shaken up on the play at the point of the tackle at the 31-yard line of the training staff. And that is number 93, Eric Johnson.
Yeah.
So that brings the crowd to a hush here with 4:33 left. And actually start to turn him over on his back here. 4:33 to go, third quarter. And the Colts on top by a score of 24-13. Earlier today, Cincinnati won a thriller in overtime in a game that was filled with some really interesting plays. And a huge win for the Bengals. They now go to 8-6. This AFC has just been a big log jam. And 6 teams with 7-6 records coming into play this weekend, including these two who are here this afternoon, the Steelers and the Colts. They actually had the 6th and 7th seed, Pittsburgh and then Indy.
How about the AFC North? And the Bengals win today to go to 8-6. The Browns are at 8-5, and the Ravens at 10-3, trying to get that number 1 overall seed. There's nobody in that division with a losing record coming into today.
All right, so Johnson is up and slowly making his way to the sideline. Actually, in the AFC, there's only one playoffs team can make the playoffs this week, depending on what happens. The Baltimore Ravens, they're 10-3. There are 9 different scenarios where they can clinch a playoff spot. Now, in the 9 scenarios, they've got to win. 4 of the scenarios, including a Denver loss. Denver plays Detroit after this game. And one of the scenarios involves a Steeler loss or tie. So they're paying attention to this game as well.
It's intriguing because that AFC, you might look at that list and say, well, the Bills are right now, coming into the weekend, the number 11 seed at 7-6. They've got Dallas, then at the Chargers, New England, and at Miami. Big game for them, obviously, this weekend also.
All right, back to the action. The Steelers on the march. Remember, they had a 3rd and forever and converted from their own 24-yard line. And now they're at the Colts 31. It's 2nd down and 6 yards to go for a first down. And a running play to Harris again. Starting to get him into a little rhythm here. He's inside the 30 off left guard down to the 29-yard line. So 3rd down coming up. 4 yards to go. And we're inside 4 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter, and the Steelers trail Indianapolis 24-13. The Steelers on 3rd down, 4 of 9. And that last 3rd down conversion was a 20-yard gain to keep this drive going. Lawrence checked into the backfield. 2 receivers, far side right, 1 near side left. Colts look like they're going to rush 4 on Trubisky. Play clock to 3. Down to 2. He's got it. They come with 4. Trubisky throws over the middle. Flag on the play. Pass is incomplete. E.J. Speed Juggled it. Hayward, the intended receiver. What's the call? Could be a hold against the Steelers. Adrian Hill coming over to Shane Steichen. What do you want?
Holding offense, number 65. 10-yard penalty, replay, third down.
So, Mike, that's the third holding call on this drive.
Yep. I mean, it's hard to win games in the NFL as it is. They're showing a replay right now, and Dan Moore, the left tackle, has got his hand around the throat of Ekobon, the defensive end, a clear holding call. My point, it's hard enough to win games in this league without imploding, and that's what they're doing. It's on them. It's not that the Colts are doing anything. I mean, that's the 7th penalty for 96 yards. You can't win in the league doing that.
So now it is third down and 14 at the 39 of Indianapolis. Trubisky, little back shoulder throw for Pickens, now no chance.
I mean, no chance is the best 2 words you can use to describe that. It was 5 yards out of bounds. I mean, if you're going to back shoulder that, give him a chance to catch it.
And there were 2 defenders in the area. It wasn't like it was a one-on-one. So now what are the Steelers going to do here? Looks like they will send on...
They took Boswell off the field and they're bringing the punter on, Presley.
Marvin is coming on to punt. So just a brutal holding call. There were 3 of them on this drive, but the last one drove them back out of scoring position.
Yeah, you can't overcome them, and now you're punting.
There's the kick, high floater, end over end. And fielded by Josh Downs. Fair catch at the 17-yard line. That was a 22-yard punt.
Oh, my. I mean, that's not even a good punt. You got to do a better job than that one.
Don't miss all the NFL action Thursday night on Amazon Prime Video. The New Orleans Saints meet the Los Angeles Rams. Of course, you can also hear Thursday Night Football each week, right here beginning at 7:30 Eastern on many of these same stations, on the NFL app or online at westwood1sports.com. So now the Colts are back out on offense. They lead 24-13 with 3 minutes and 14 seconds to go in the third quarter.
Bill, how do you overcome 3 holding penalties on a drive?
You punt.
A 22-yard punt.
22-yard punt. Stretch play, Sermon, left side, cuts back right across the 20 to the 21, a gain of 4. Second down and 6. Again, Jonathan Taylor not in this game, the star running back for the Colts, 3rd week in a row out with a thumb injury. Zach Moss got hurt in the first half, horse collar tackle after scoring a touchdown. He won't return, and Michael Pittman is out with a concussion on a vicious hit from DeMonte KZ. KZ was ejected, and Minka Fitzpatrick is out of the lineup as well. Colts 2nd and 6 at their 21. Running play, Sermon breaks a tackle, cuts back right to the 25, and depending on the spot, very close to a first down.
Good cut by Sermon.
Levi Wallace saved a bigger gain.
I'll tell you who's got it. It's going to be third down and short. I'll tell you who has to be feeling pretty good now. It's the GM from the Colts, Chris Ballard. Guys are stepping up. Tyler Goodson, no carries on the whole season. 6 for 52 today. Trey Sermon had 11 carries coming into the game, has played really well. TJ Montgomery with a touchdown catch. That's the bottom of the roster being churned effectively by the GM Ballard.
All right, third down inches for the Colts at their 26. And they'll run it to Sermon, cuts back left, got the first down and more, up to the 35-yard line. Nice little cutback again by Trey Sermon. Third-year running back out of Ohio State, 9 yards, chain mover, and the clock continues to move as well with 1:40 to go in the third quarter.
Good push by their offensive line. Ryan Kelly, Will Freeze, Blake Freeland on the right side, and I really like the downhill demonstrative cut by Sermon. Now what these young running backs have to be thinking about now is ball security, because T.J. Watt and those guys are going to be punching it.
Colts 1st and 10 at the 35 in their territory, moving left to right. Why not give it to Sermon again? And he plows his way between right guard and right tackle. Boy, what a great push.
Yep.
The initial hit was made around the 40. He picked up a couple more.
Colts O-line is feeling it right now. And basically what Indy's is telling Pittsburgh, Shane Steichen, offensive coordinator Jim Bob Cooter, they're saying, we got a lead right now. It's a 2-possession ball game, and if you can't stop our run, that's all you're going to see for the rest of the game.
Bernard Raymond's the left tackle. Blake Freeland on the right side. Ryan Kelly the center. Quentin Nelson, Will Fries are the guards. 2nd and 3. Colts at their 42. Sermon's got it again, trying to cut it outside left. This time the Steelers say no. And it'll be 3rd down and 7, but that should take us to the end of the quarter. So an interesting third quarter. Steelers, after a 3-and-out to the Colts, coughed the ball up. Indianapolis able to punch it in the end zone for a touchdown. Now the Colts going with some tempo here. Think you can try and draw them offside?
That's what has been going on in the league right now.
3 seconds.
It's a copycat league, man.
And as you might have picked up Gardner Minshew going quarter, yes. That is the end of the third quarter in Indianapolis. Our score, the Colts 24, Steelers 13. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood One.
Texting privacy policy and terms and conditions posted at textplan.us. Texting enrolls for recurring automated text marketing messages. Message and data rates may apply or apply stop to opt out. Not available in all states. For risks and restrictions, visit orhealth.com. Use as directed.
Do you want to help take back control of your drinking? Do you want a stronger heart, a healthier liver, and clearer skin? Do you want more energy, better sleep, and more mental clarity? What about improved relationships and performance at work? Help take back control of your drinking with OrHealth. OrHealth provides access to medication to help make it easier to drink less or quit. With OrHealth, you could feel more in control in just days. To see if OrHealth is right for you, text ASSIST to 323232. You'll be sent a secure link to a private online assessment. It takes just a few minutes. Most people do it right on their smartphone. If treatment is right for you, a licensed healthcare professional will prescribe medication directly online. OrHealth then sends meds right to your door in discreet packaging. Everything is private, convenient, affordable, and judgment-free. Get started by texting ASSIST to 323232. Take back control with OrHealth. Text the word ASSIST to 323232. Text ASSIST to 323232.
Don't miss out on new deals every day at Lowe's. Right now, get can't-miss deals on appliances. Get up to 30% off. Plus, save up to an extra $750 on select major appliances. And buy now, pay later with Lowe's Pay to help balance your budget. Because Lowe's knows deals every day. Valid through 12/20. Appliance savings vary based on purchase amount. Exclusions apply. While supplies last. Selection varies by location. See Lowe's.com for details. Subject to credit approval.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Westwood One, your home for the National Football League.
Tune to Sirius XM NFL Radio Channel 88 all year long to hear expert opinions and analysis from former players, coaches, and executives.
Welcome back to Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis, along with Mike Mayock. I'm Bill Rosinski. Our score, the Indianapolis Colts 24, Pittsburgh Steelers 13. The start of the fourth quarter, sponsored by Lowe's. Don't miss out on new deals every day during Lowe's 25 Days of Deals event. Save big on daily deals for the whole home. Now through three quarters, the Colts have 307 yards. The Steelers 180. Indy has 105 yards on the ground, 215 in the air. Steelers have run the ball 21 times for 60 yards. Trubisky 12 of 18, 131, a pick and a touchdown. Time of possession about even.
3rd and 2, big play here.
Colts now right to left, Sermon the running back, 3rd down and a couple from their own 42. And up the middle, Sermon breaks a tackle, huge hole, he's inside the 45 of Pittsburgh. And tackled by Trenton Thompson at the 38-yard line. Boy, just a quick hitter right up the gut, and he got 20 yards.
I mean, Goodson's averaging almost 9 yards a carry. Sermon is close to that. They're chopping up that defensive front right now. Really good block by Kelly, the center inside. Quentin Nelson. Freeland got a little chip, and Sermon goes right up the middle for 19 yards.
He's going to get a breather. Tyler Goodson is now in at the running back. Why even throw anymore? Just keep running the rock if you're the Colts. And off Goodson. He tries to find a hole up the middle. This time it's closed off quickly down to the 36, gain of 2.
I just really, really enjoy watching these young guys get an opportunity and taking advantage of it. Sermon, 8 carries, 58 yards. He's averaging over 7. Goodson, 7 for 53. Could you imagine if somebody told the Colts yesterday that Sermon and Goodson were going to combine for over 100 yards rushing? No friggin' way.
Nope. All right, maybe a passing down here from the 37. Second and 9. Now they're going to run the quick hitter again in a big hole down the right side. Tyler Goodson inside the 30. And he should have another first down to the Pittsburgh 28-yard line. Huge hole.
Hey, give Tony Sperano Jr., the offensive line coach for Indy, a ton of credit. I love the way they're calling this game. Bill, you thought it was going to be a pass play. Everybody pretty much thinks it's a pass play. And Indy's saying, we're just going to run the football till you stop it. And now they're in pretty secure field goal range.
Colts lead 24-13, 13 minutes left in the fourth quarter. They move right to left at the Pittsburgh 28, first down and 10. Sermon back in the game, takes the handoff, and there's nothing there. So it'll be second down and 10. This drive started with 3:14 left in quarter number 3. We now have 12:45 left in the game.
Has it been all runs?
Yes, every play a running play.
And that's the first one effectively stopped by, that was basically no gain, -1.
Yeah, they gained 4 on the first play of the drive, then 5, then 9, then 7. They had a 20-yarder.
That's awesome.
Sermon remains the running back. We're going to keep an eye on him. Second down and 10. He's got it. Plows his way behind his center, Ryan Kelly, and they keep the push going inside the 25 to the 22, a gain of 6. Cam Hayward on the stop.
They're feeling it. And I know a lot of offensive linemen in my life over the years. My dad was an offensive line coach when I was a little kid, and when that offensive line starts feeling it, it's a wonderful thing to see. They get in that huddle, they puff their chests out, and they want to run it every friggin' snap.
And that's what the Colts have done on this drive, which is now at the Pittsburgh 22-yard line. 11th play coming up. This is third down and 4.
See if they go a little RPO and throw it this time.
Sermon off to the left to Minshew. Sermon's got it again, trying to plow for the first down, and he's got it. Down to the 17-yard line.
Man.
Just a quick hitter between center and left guard. Landon Roberts on the stop. This is unbelievable.
That was an RPO. It was a give. They had a bubble screen set out wide if he wanted to throw it. And they are feeling that O-line. This is awesome.
Sermon remains the running back. It's first and 10 at the Pittsburgh 17-yard line. 12th play of the drive. All runs. 10:50 left in the game. Steelers trailing by 11 now. Sermon again. Oh, he got tripped up behind the line of scrimmage and falls forward to the 15. So it'll be second down and 8. Nick Herbig, who recovered a blocked punt early in the game, which set up a Steeler touchdown.
Yep.
In on the stop.
Rookie 4th-round pick out of Wisconsin. They really like the Wisconsin guys and for the Steelers, and why wouldn't you with T.J. Watt and company?
All right, we got a few wideouts here. Thinking maybe we'll get the ball here. Second down, 8 from the 15. Minshew under center. Nope, running play. Goodson off the left side, squeezing down to about the 13-yard line. Got a couple there. Landon Roberts makes the stop, but now we're inside 10 minutes left in the game. Again, this drive has taken over 8 minutes. Started at their own 17.
What's that, 13, 14 consecutive runs?
Well, this would be the 14th play coming up, according to my chart here.
Well, I'm with you, Bill.
I'm a little off.
No, man, you're on it.
All right. Third down, ball at the 13. Third down, 6. Colts in Pittsburgh territory. Well, we see a pass from Minshew here. Works out of the gun. Play clock to 3. Down to 2. Play action fake. There's a toss, and it's high and incomplete. A little slant to Alec Pearson. They couldn't connect.
Mostly because T.J. Watt was in his face and affected the pass.
So now the field goal unit will come on. And this to give the Colts a 14-point lead. 9:20 remaining in the game. This will be from 31 yards, kicking right to left. Matt Gay. Snapper's Luke Rhodes. Holder is Sanchez, the punter. Snap is good. Placement is down. Hit it with the right leg. It is up and it is good. And 3 more for the Indianapolis Colts. A defining drive with the run game. With that field goal, Barbasol makes a donation to Kurt and Brenda Warner's Treasure House, a living community for adults with disabilities. Barbasol, the trusted choice for a close, comfortable shave. Close Shave America. Close Shave Barbasol. 9:17 remaining in Indianapolis. The Colts, 27. The Steelers, 13. This is Westwood One's coverage of the National Football League.
Nobody covers the National Football League.
They give Mahomes time for the end zone. He throws it. It's caught. Touchdown!
Like SiriusXM NFL Radio, Channel 88. Our team of former players, coaches, and front office executives like Charlie Weiss, Pat Kerwin, Tim Miller, Rich Gannon, Alex Smith, and Hall of Famer Bill Polian brings you closer to the game. If it's happening, we are there. Live from the Scouting Combine in March to the draft in April. And in the summer, SiriusXM NFL Radio takes you to all 32 training camps. We connect you with the history of the game on stage for Hall of Fame weekend. Hear all the primetime play-by-play action from opening night through the Super Bowl.
Spectacular in every way. Confetti flying in the air.
Your 24/7 home for the NFL all year long. SiriusXM NFL Radio, Channel 88.
What up, homies? It's Chris Sims, former NFL quarterback, current NBC analyst, and co-host of the Chris Sims Unbuttoned podcast, along with my buddy Ahmed Fareed.
Chris, you have spent your whole life around the NFL. This podcast now in its 5th season. We're going to give picks. We're going to recap games. We're going to lock you in the film room and go deep dive.
That's right. So if you want to tell all your friends what the F happened in the NFL each week, tune in to Chris Sims Unbuttoned. Listen wherever you get your podcast and on SiriusXM NBC Sports Audio Channel 85.
On SiriusXM, the NFL experience goes far beyond game day. And your SiriusXM subscription gives you all the access you need to the NFL content you crave every game. With your hometown announcers on the SiriusXM app.
He caught it for a touchdown!
Hear live talk shows discussing all the different angles.
He's been injured, but he knows how to win.
Passionate debates on Mad Dog Sports Radio. Interviews with coaches and players on NFL Radio. And advice on your fantasy lineups on Fantasy Sports Radio. All the NFL content you need, all on the SiriusXM app.
Welcome back to the Grainger broadcast booth in Indianapolis. Along with Mike Mayock, I'm Bill Rosinski. For the ones who get it done, there's Grainger, offering over 1 million industrial-grade products, fast delivery, and free technical support. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. 9:17 remaining in the fourth quarter here at Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis. The Colts with a 27-13 lead over the Pittsburgh Steelers. Here's the kickoff from right to left, and they'll go through the end zone. Pittsburgh will take over at their 25. Mike, that was 15 plays, 70 yards in 8 minutes and 57 seconds, 13 rushes for 70 yards. Sermon carried it 10 times for 57. The 14th play was an incomplete pass. The 15th was the field goal, and they use up 8 minutes and 57 seconds.
And that galvanizes an offense, and what it does is it takes the heart out of a defense.
Steelers down 14. Draw play, Najee Harris trying to go up the middle. Boy, I thought he could have cut left. He went back right into a tackle.
Yeah, Tyquan Lewis was in the middle of the line there. I thought he could have cut off his center, Mason Cole, there the other way. But at this point, they haven't been able to run. They haven't been able to throw. You're only going to get a max of 2 to 3 possessions left in this game, and you got to score 2 touchdowns.
Trubisky will put it up on 2nd and 10. It's a little dump off over the middle, and up the field goes Warren to the 30, to the 35. And that should be enough for a first down. E.J. Speed finally tracked down the running back, and that's a chain mover there. Pick up a 10.
Here comes tempo, no huddle, and that's what it's got to be. Try to get the ball down the field to 14 and 18, and if not, check it down to Warren.
Warren remains in the game. Trubisky will put it up. A little toss to the near sideline, and that is grabbed. Good diving catch by Allen Robinson. 10th year out of Penn State, up to the 42-yard line, a gain of 7. Robinson came into this game with 27 catches, 225 yards. Again with tempo, second down and a long 3. As Trubisky's in trouble and he's sacked. He got run over by Teo Odangbo. Trubisky had no chance, a loss of 8 back to the 34-yard line.
And that's what's called a twist stun. Odangbo comes from the inside, goes to the outside. Tyquan Lewis comes inside. They confuse the blocking assignments. Odangbo, third year out of Vanderbilt, second-round pick. I loved watching him coming out in the draft. Long, powerful defensive end with movement skills.
3rd and 12. The Steelers are 4 of 10 on third down conversions. But they have converted some long ones. Flag on the snap. They're blowing the play dead. And it's going to be a false start against the Steelers.
They brought E.J.
There was no play before the snap. False start. Offense. Number 88. 5-yard penalty. Still third down.
The penalty thing is just another killer, right? What they have 3 holds on the last drive. Now you get a motion on this drive. It's hard when you beat yourself.
And it's tough to convert on 3rd and 17.
Yeah. 3rd and 12 is tough enough. They're going to play zone and force them to throw it underneath and come up and tackle them. That's what they'll do.
4-man rush, Trubisky to throw. Flushed out of the pocket, slings it upfield. This is on the arms of Warren. And Warren's going to go out of bounds around the 36, 37-yard line near side. That's 7 yards back.
That's what Gus does. 3rd and long, he's going to drop back in zone, rush 3 or 4, force you to throw it underneath and rally up and tackle. And now you got 4th and long.
And they're going for it.
You almost have to. You're not going to have enough possessions to tie or win a game.
Yeah, we're inside 7 minutes remaining in the game. So the Steelers have it 4th down, 10 at the 36-yard line in their own territory. They break the huddle, trailing by 14 points. Trubisky out of the gun, 3 on the play clock. He's got it in his hands. Back to throw, far sideline toss, and it's caught. What a grab by Deontay Johnson. What a huge conversion to keep this game in their sights. A gain of 15 to the 49 of the Colts.
Johnson and Pickens on the same side of the field. About a 15-yard break outside, just an out route. Jalen Jones, the corner, dove trying to get a piece of it and went just by his fingertips. That's a huge first down. It keeps the game alive for Pittsburgh.
1st and 10 at the Colt 49-yard line. 6:06, clock ticking down. Trubisky will throw. Floats it over the middle. It's picked off. A high throw and intercepted. Back down the middle of the field to the 50 to the 45-yard line. And that was number 32, Julian Blackmon, with the interception. And the Colts will take over with 5 minutes and 57 seconds left in the game. And they're going to have it in Steeler territory. Timeout. Colts 27, Steelers 13. And we will just stay right here as the Colts offense comes on the field.
Awful throw.
Yeah,
off his back foot. He didn't need to. The rush was not in his face. Trubisky was off his back foot, sidearm, had Pickens on a skinny post and just flew it over his head by about 3 yards right into the gut of safety, Julian Blackmon.
So now the Colts, I guess we kind of know what they're going to be doing here. The first 5, they're going to run it. Sermon's got it. Up the middle he goes, nice push forward. I mean, the Steelers know they're going to run it. And they still pick up about 3 yards on first down. That was Marcus Golden on the stop. 5:45 left in the game. Steelers trailing here by a score of 27-13. They led early in the second quarter, 13-0. Colts led by the break, 14-13. And it's been all Indianapolis here in the second half.
Mason Rudolph is warming up on the sideline, the third quarterback, and that was a bad throw. I thought we might see Mason Rudolph earlier today, to be honest with you.
Yeah, there was some discussion, at least among the media members in Pittsburgh this week, of possibly getting Rudolph some playing time.
The fans were certainly vocal last week.
Running play, turning it outside right, Sermon. Room to go, 35, down to the 34, and another first down.
Wow. and he stayed in bounds.
Got 8 yards on that play.
Quentin Nelson leading him to the outside. He gives a stiff arm to Highsmith. It's tackled in front of the sidelines. The clock keeps rolling. This run game today for Indy, I take my cap off to you fellas. Dominant.
Remember, they ran 13 times on the last drive, threw an incompletion on 3rd down. And now they've run twice on this series.
28 carries for 160.
Without their 2 top running backs. Another running play to the right. Oh, Goodson kicked it outside right and just kind of tripped and fell. They're going to mark him down outside the 30-yard line. Steelers think that he fumbled on his own, and it should be their ball.
The runner was down by contact. 2nd down.
Pittsburgh's upset.
Yeah, Mike Tomlin might be reaching for the red hanky.
See, he was down by contact because he got tripped up. He's down now.
Yeah. So no red flag from Mike Tomlin. The ball at the 31-yard line. It's gain of 3. But now the clock continues to run. We're inside 4 minutes left in the game.
Go, set.
Minshew under center. Trey Sermon is the tailback. Into his hands. Running left. Cuts back right. Big push forward near a 1st down at the 25. Not quite. You have to get inside the 25 for a 1st down, but they are just blowing the Steelers off the ball.
I mean, Mo Alley Cox, a tight end, took DeMarville Leal, a defensive tackle, defensive end who weighs 290, and blew him off the ball about 6 yards. You have taken their hearts, and this O-line, these tight ends, they're feeling it, man. They're having a ball.
Colts just working on the clock, pounding the rock, and looking to break a losing streak that has been 8 games. The last time they beat the Steelers was in 2008. Sermon again with the handoff. Cuts back right over center down to the 25. Got a yard. Not a 1st down. So now what are you doing here? If you kick a field goal, 3-score game.
Yep.
That would make the most sense.
I'm kicking a field goal.
Yeah. It's going to be 3rd and about a half a yard to go. Shane Steichen has not sent on the field goal unit.
Think he's going to try and get him to jump?
That would be my guess.
It's inches. It's 4th and inches.
Sermon will be the running back. 2:20 left in the game. Clock continues to move. Yeah, they're trying to draw him offside. Play clock down to a couple, and Shane Steichen will call a timeout, and cooler heads prevail as the field goal unit comes on for the Colts. Tune in to watch all the excitement of the NFL tomorrow on CBS. Check your local listings for games and times in your area. Catch the NFL on CBS. Of course, coming up after this, another big game, playoff implications. The Detroit Lions and the Denver Broncos, that game up in Detroit. Earlier today, Cincinnati was a winner in overtime to enhance their playoff hopes. And now the field goal on drive coming up for Matt Gay. This is 43 yards, kicking right to left. Of course, we're in a dome. The roof is closed. Here's the snap. Kick is on the way. Hugging inside. Oh, hit the right upright. Hit the right upright. Wow, Gay, he missed from 38 last week, missed an extra point, and that clanks it off.
Dude, you cannot miss that.
2:08 left. Steelers with a pulse, just barely. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood One.
It's Macy's one-day sale with great deals of the day on gifts we love, like 15 to 60% off the season's hottest toys from Toys R Us, 60% off diamond jewelry from designers like Effie, Le'Veon, and more. Plus, get 60 to 65% off warm and stylish coats for everyone. And now's the time to spend your Macy's money on any gifts you want. No merchandise exclusions. Now at Macy's. Learn more at Macy's.com/Macy's Money. Savings off sale and clearance prices. Exclusions apply.
I know a lot of you really want the State Farm Personal Price Plan. But what's with the oversharing? Like this voicemail from Leah.
Jake from State Farm. Listen, so sometimes I like to nibble on licorice and pretend I'm a teeny mouse.
Chewing through wires.
You don't need to get that personal. The State Farm Personal Price Plan helps you create an affordable price just for you. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Call or go to statefarm.com for a quote today.
Prices vary by state. Options selected by customer. Availability and eligibility may vary.
What's up, everybody? Nick Costos here, host of You Better You Bet on the BetQL Network, weekdays 3 to 7 p.m. Eastern.
What is the BetQL Network?
The BetQL Network is where the smartest sports betting talk meets the most entertaining sports betting talk. We call it Wagertainment.
Not bury the lead here. Folks, Jenks is 7-0 this week.
I love ugly football. This is so degenerate. Is this a live betting game?
Listen to the BetQL Network anywhere and anytime on the new and improved Odyssey app, or watch us on twitch.tv/BetQL, presented by the King of Sportsbooks, BetMGM.
Do you have a game plan for COVID-19? Prescription oral treatments must be taken within the first 5 days of symptoms, even if mild. If you have a high risk factor, ask your doctor if treatment is right for you. Visit treatcovid19.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Feeling great starts with a great shave. And great shaves start with Barbasol Shaving Cream. For whatever your day brings, start it off right with the American original, Barbasol. It's a can of can-do.
Barbasol. Stream the NFL on Westwood One for free, sponsored by AutoZone. All season long, you can listen to our broadcast of the NFL live on WestwoodOneSports.com, on the NFL app by asking Alexa to open Westwood One Sports, or on our affiliate stations' digital platforms. AutoZone has free battery testing and charging. That's right, get your battery tested and charged for free. Make AutoZone your end zone. Get in the zone, AutoZone. Restrictions apply. Steelers with the ball. Mason Rudolph in at quarterback. 1st and 10 from the 33, and he'll throw his first pass of the season. Caught by Jalen Warren. And it's a catch for -3.
Yeah, it's a screen pass, and DeForest Buckner's seen about 1,000 screens to start a drive in his life, and he anticipated and made a great play.
And we have reached the 2-minute warning in Indianapolis with our score. The Indianapolis Colts 27, the Pittsburgh Steelers 13. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood One.
It's time to gear up for the holiday season. Head over to NFLshop.com today for the largest collection of officially licensed gear from all your favorite brands. NFL Shop is your ultimate gifting destination for jerseys, t-shirts, headwear, and more. Take your game day style to the next level with the best selection of NFL gear anywhere. Show off your team pride this holiday season with styles fit for the whole family. To shop now, go to NFLshop.com.
Texting privacy policy and terms and conditions posted at textplan.us. Texting enrolls for recurring automated text marketing messages. Message and data rates may apply or play stop to opt out. Not available in all states. For risks and restrictions, visit orhealth.com. Use as directed.
Do you want to help take back control of your drinking? Do you want a stronger heart, a healthier liver, and clearer skin? Do you want more energy, better sleep, and more mental clarity? What about improved relationships and performance at work? Help take back control of your drinking with OrHealth. OrHealth provides access to medication to help make it easier to drink less or quit. With OrHealth, you could feel more in control in just days. To see if OrHealth is right for you, text ASSIST to 323232. You'll be sent a secure link to a private online assessment. It takes just a few minutes. Most people do it right on their smartphone. If treatment is right for you, a licensed healthcare professional will prescribe medication directly online. OrHealth then sends meds right to your door in discreet packaging. Everything is private, convenient, affordable, and judgment-free. Get started by texting ASSIST to 323232. Take back control with OrHealth. Text the word ASSIST to 323232. Text ASSIST to 323232.
Stay tuned for part 3 of our special Saturday NFL triple header on Westwood One. The Denver Broncos and the Detroit Lions. J.P. Shadrick and Mike Golick will have all the action from Ford Field at 8 o'clock Eastern, right here on most of these same Westwood One stations, via the NFL app, on Alexa-enabled devices, or online at our website, WestwoodOneSports.com. Bill Rosinski, Mike Mayock, and the rest of our Westwood One crew. We've got 2 minutes to go. The Colts 27, the Steelers 13. Steelers led it early in the second quarter, 13-0, so 27 unanswered points for the Colts, and they have pounded the rock. They've run 27 plays in the second half, 156 yards. Steelers 19 plays, 96 yards. And Mason Rudolph in at quarterback. It's 2nd and 7 from the 30, or excuse me, 2nd and 13 from the 30. Throws it out in the far right flat. Freiermuth, the tight end, makes the catch. Stays in bounds. And then we have a timeout called by Pittsburgh?
I mean,
at the 36.
You got to throw the ball down the field. And that's been their Achilles heel the last several weeks.
So the Steelers have called the timeout. Well, again, I mentioned that the Colts have not won against the Steelers since 2008. It was Week 10, 2008, they beat the Steelers. Pittsburgh had won 8 in a row coming into this game. A lot of that with Ben Roethlisberger quarterbacking the Steelers. And the big issue, Mike, when you read the Pittsburgh papers, they're second and third guessing the drafting of Kenny Pickett. And they have drafted other quarterbacks, the Steelers, over the years.
Well,
Josh Dobbs was Landry, Dobbs. They draft Pickett.
How about the guy in the game right now? Mason Rudolph was a third-round pick for them.
Right. I mean, they've attempted to replace Ben Roethlisberger, but it hasn't looked good. All right, third down for Pittsburgh after the timeout. They need 7. They're at their 36-yard line. Rudolph out of the shotgun. Looking the near sideline, throws no chance, incomplete. Deontay Johnson, the intended receiver. Now that wasn't close. And they'll go for it on fourth down here. Stopping the clock with 1:48 remaining in the game.
Not a good throw. Deep out. Had underneath coverage and a corner over top, so you had to feather it a little bit, and that ball wasn't even close.
You know, the last time we had the Colts in Germany, Bill Belichick switched quarterbacks late in the game, put Bailey. That didn't work out real well either.
I don't know. I was just sitting here humming Sweet Caroline during the break, thinking, are we back in Germany or is this Indy?
Popular song back in Frankfurt.
Right.
All right, fourth down for the Steelers. Any hope here? They're down 14 points. Fourth and about 9. And here's Rudolph. He's going to be sacked inside the 25-yard line, and that'll do it. The celebration can begin in Indianapolis.
Ebicam again.
Sampson got him.
And I think, is that 2 for tonight? I think that gets him to 10 for the season early. He got credit for at least half a sack earlier.
Yeah, that's the 4th sack of a Pittsburgh quarterback, the first on Mason Rudolph. So this is a turnover on downs, and the Colts come out and just run out the clock here with 1:42 to go. The Steelers do have 2 timeouts. I don't think Mike Tomlin will use them, but you never know.
So a sack and a half for Sampson gets him to 9.5 for the year. They've got 4 players with over 5 sacks in that defensive line, and Gus Bradley's guys are just playing their tails off. It's fun to watch.
And the victory formation as Gardner Minshew takes a knee, and the Steelers are calling a timeout. Well, 2-score game. Something bizarre could happen. They're in field goal range. But, of course, Gabe missed the last time.
Yeah, I mean, you play it out as hard as you can to the end.
I'll never forget, dude, I did games on Westwood with Dan Reeves a long time ago, and Dan was telling me about playing a game against the Panthers. They were up like 40-3 in the fourth quarter. He goes, that John Fox, he called all his timeouts. I wanted to get out of there.
Dan Reeves is a great one. He deserves some Hall of Fame consideration.
Yes, definitely. Now they're going to run it this time on second down and 10, and the Steelers will probably call their last timeout here. That stops the clock with 1:36.
See, what he's trying to do is get them to try to kick a field goal, and if they could block it and run it back, we're getting into like crazy stuff, but yeah. I don't think they're even going to kick a field goal. I think they're just going to run the clock out.
So the Colts from here, after this one tonight, they go to Atlanta next week. That's a Christmas Eve game against the Falcons.
Yeah, and then they're home.
Yeah, against the Raiders and Texans.
Yep. I mean, they're going to go to 8-6. The Steelers are going to be they're not out of it, but they've got a brutal schedule, so their road is going to be a difficult one. But I'm telling you, Indy's sitting right in the middle of something real good.
Third down and 10, and Sermon takes the handoff and goes left for a yard, but no more timeouts for the Steelers, so they're going to let the clock run here.
Yep.
Now, if you're Shane Steichen, what do you do? It's fourth down and about 9.
I'm not kicking a field goal. I'm going to let the time run all the way down. I'm going to call a timeout, and then I'm going to run it again. Because the only way they got a shot is a turnover or a block kick.
Minshew in this game, 18-28, 215 yards, 3 touchdown passes. Got sacked 3 times. Sermon 17 carries for 88. Goodwin 11 for 69. And now timeout is called. And the field goal unit is coming on.
Yeah, no, doesn't surprise me. I wouldn't do it. Matt Gay has missed 2 kicks today.
Yep. And he missed a field goal from 38 yards last week and an extra point. He's missed another extra point today.
Obviously, a field goal ends the game because it puts them up 17, and that's a 3-score game, but
clock stopped with 52 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Colts up 14, 27-13, and now Gay from 42 yards out, kicking right to left. Ball will be spotted on the near left hash. It's down and with the right leg. This is up. This time it's good.
Ball game.
And that gives the Colts a 17-point lead with 48 seconds to go. With that field goal, Barbasol makes a donation to Kurt and Brenda Warner's Treasure House, a living community for adults with disabilities. Barbasol, the trusted choice for a close, comfortable shave. Close Shave America. Close Shave Barbasol. So the Colts will go to 8-6. Earlier today, Cincinnati went to 8-6. I mentioned all those scenarios for the Ravens.
Yep.
There were 9 different scenarios. They had to win in all 9 of them, but one of them included a Pittsburgh loss. So, by the results over the next 2 days, we'll find out if the Ravens will be the first team. They're the only team in the AFC, 15 still eligible for the postseason, that can clinch a playoff spot this weekend.
It's crazy, and there's some huge games this weekend. I mean, the Broncos at Lions tonight. The Cowboys are at the Bills.
Yep.
The Ravens are at the Jaguars.
Yep.
And the Eagles are at the Seahawks. I mean, there are some really big games, not just for getting in the playoffs, but for the number 1 seed.
There's the kickoff through the end zone. Steelers will start at their 25. Well, a good day in Indianapolis if you're a Hoops fan here. They had Arizona in town playing in Indianapolis against Purdue. Purdue beat them. And Indiana lost to Kansas. That game was down in Bloomington, not that far away. And I mentioned college basketball because, of course, in March, the madness of it right here on Westwood 1.
Now, is Indiana high school basketball as good as it used to be, Bill, or no?
I have no idea.
Come on, you just gave me this whole soliloquy.
Well, I was talking college hoops.
Frickin' March Madness and everything.
Well, I was talking college basketball.
Well,
I'm assuming it's fine.
Just show me some.
Steelers are going to run it on first down. Now this time it's Jalen Warren with the carry. We're down to 37 seconds. See, at this point, why even run a play? Why get anybody hurt?
Game's over.
Yep, 17-point lead. Remember, the Steelers were down, were up 13 early in the second quarter. And they'll run it again to Warren. Running left, he's tackled at the 38-yard line, and that'll take us to the final gun. And an impressive win for the Colts, and the Steelers' woes continue. This will be 3 consecutive losses. Remember, they had won 3 of 4, and then lost home games to the Cardinals and Patriots. Now they've lost 3 in a row to the Colts. And I believe a loss, from what I was reading, will drop them to 12th as far as the seeding is concerned. And we've reached 3 zeros on the clock, and the Indianapolis Colts have knocked off the Pittsburgh Steelers by a score of 27-13. The Steelers fall to 7-7. The Colts are now 8-6. The Steelers will play the Bengals next week. The Colts will be in Atlanta to take on the Falcons. So, Mike, an impressive win. And the offense, the Colts offense did it with some backup guys. Some guys hadn't touched the ball this year.
I'm so fired up for those running backs that came in that nobody knew anything about. Tyler Goodson had not had a carry all year long. Trey Sermon had 11 touches. And they come in and dominate in the run game behind an offensive line that played as good as they've played all year.
So the team's shaking hands. We expect to have Julian Blackmon join us as our star of the game, one of the stars in this game. But again, remember that the Colts did not have Jonathan Taylor in this game.
Yep.
Zach Moss went down with an injury. He scored a touchdown in the second quarter. There was a horse collar tackle, and Moss hurt his hand or arm, so he was out. And then also in the first half, Michael Pittman went down with a concussion on a vicious hit from DeMonte KZ. So 3 key players out of the lineup for the Colts, and they were able to get Tyler Goodson, Trey Sermon, and a tip of the cap to DJ Montgomery. It might be the feel-good story. After dropping a touchdown pass, he was able to make a couple of plays and score a touchdown to help aid in this comeback. I mean, you talk about team effort, and you pointed out early in the game, their special teams miscues had them in a hole 13-0, and they were able to survive it.
Who would have thought Sermon and Goodson would have 28 touches for 157 yards? Hats off to them.
So I'll give you some of the numbers here. Minshew was 18 of 28 for 215. Sermon 17 for 88. Goodson 11 carries for 69 yards. Moss was 4 carries for 13. Pittman had 4 catches for 78. He passed 1,000 yards for the season on a 42-yard reception on a 21-yard reception, his 3rd catch of the game. But it was really the running game. And I guess, Mike, the definitive drive of the game was the one where they run 13 runs in a row.
Yep.
The drive started 3 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter, and it ends with 9 minutes left in the game. And the only reason they threw the ball because they had a 3rd and long.
That just, to me, summed up the football game. The O-line got rolling. Those young running backs got a taste, and they took the heart away from that Pittsburgh Steelers defense.
So now what do you think going back to Pittsburgh for these guys? More discussion. Trubisky was not good today. You can't judge Rudolph on his performance. He came in a mop-up role, but they've got some issues at quarterback. It looks like Kenny Pickett won't be available next week because of the injury. But we'll get more into that. Joining us now, one of the stars on the defensive side for the Indianapolis Colts, Julian Blackmon. Julian had an interception today. He also had a fumble recovery. Julian, Bill Rosinski, Mike Mayock up here in the broadcast booth. Congratulations on the win. This is a really good team effort. You had some young guys come off the bench on offense to score some points and run the ball, and your defense was outstanding.
Yes, sir. And, we always tell everybody, next man up. And I think that the guys behind, the starters were prepared, and it showed. We just had to settle down, and I think that as a team and as a whole, we played really well.
Hey, Julian, this is Mike Mayock. Congratulations on a great game. And when you're sitting on the bench as a defensive player and your offense is grinding out 13 consecutive runs, taking the heart away from that Pittsburgh defense, and you're watching young guys like Tyler Goodson and Trey Sermon run the ball, what are you thinking?
Man, I'm thinking this is great. I get extra time to make sure that I can go over my rules. What was I seeing on the last drive? It just gives us time to get a break. I think this year we lead the league in the NFL as a defense of the most snaps. So it was just good to see the offense just grinding out runs and making that execution on every play.
I had Gus Bradley with me with the Raiders and got to know Gus real well. Tell us a little bit about what makes Gus so good.
Honestly, he's just very motivating. He's a coach that believes in that. It's players that make the play come to life, not necessarily the plays. And we just believe in him, and he's believed in us. And it's been a really good balance of both. And I'm just thankful to have him give me the opportunity to play.
Julian, finally, thoughts on you got the next 3. You go on the road. You're going to be in Atlanta next week. The Falcons are fighting for a division title over in the NFC, and then you got 2 games at home against the Raiders and Texans. Look ahead for us, especially to Atlanta next week.
Yeah, man, I think that, 3 weeks left, the stakes only get higher. So for us, we just got to continue to enjoy the wins because we know how hard they are. But at the same time, we got to get ready for the next one. So.
All right, Julian, thank you very much. Get to that locker room, enjoy the celebration. Congratulations on an impressive win.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
And it's time to select our Navy Federal Credit Union Defender of the Game. I guess we just talked to him?
We just talked to him, and I would like to put a little asterisk, though, by the name of DeForest Buckner. He was a man in the run game. He pushed the pocket all day long, and for me, he's one of the best players in this entire league.
So Julian Blackmon, our Defender of the Game, sponsored by Navy Federal Credit Union, proudly serving the armed forces, the DOD, veterans, and their families. Learn more at NavyFederal.org. Colts, of course, scored 30 unanswered points to win this football game by a score of 30-13. That's our final score, and you're listening to the NFL on Westwood One.
Need to hire? Indeed has some top talent on speed dial. Their end-to-end hiring solution makes it easy to attract, interview, and hire candidates all from one place. The moment you post a sponsored job, you'll get instantly matched with quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed meet your job description. And you can then conveniently schedule and conduct virtual interviews right from Indeed's hiring platform. Get $75 in credit towards your first sponsored job at Indeed.com/credit. Terms and conditions apply.
Wendy's new breakfast 2 for $3 Biggie Bundles let you create your own delicious combo. Choose from a sausage biscuit, egg and cheese biscuit, small seasoned potatoes, and a medium hot coffee. But it's obvious which combo's the best. Sausage biscuit and small seasoned potatoes. Well, maybe it's the fresh cracked egg and cheese biscuit with a medium hot coffee. Or 2 savory sausage biscuits. Whichever you pick, you can't go wrong. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's new 2 for $3 Biggie Bundles.
Limited time only. U.S. price and participation may vary. Not valid in a combo. Single item at regular price.
Sponsored by Best Friends Animal Society.
You can't buy a best friend. You can love them, walk them, pet them, and care for them, whether they want you to or not. You can take a picture or 50. You can fly to the moon, travel the world, or just stay in bed. You can't buy a best friend like that, but you can adopt one. There are millions of pets waiting for a best friend just like you. Help us save them all at bestfriends.org.
Jim Gaffigan here with some more Straight Talk. Now you can get a Walmart Plus membership, plus not pay for it, because it's included with Straight Talk wireless plans. You get free delivery with Walmart plus a Paramount Plus subscription included. Plus, you pay less for gas. That's a lot of pluses.
Only Straight Talk gives you unlimited 5G data and Walmart Plus included on select plans for free.
Straight Talk wireless, available at Walmart.
Requires service on Gold or Platinum Unlimited. One offer per eligible account. Paramount Plus Essential Plan only. Separate registration required. Additional terms apply.
Welcome back to Indianapolis. Bill Rosinski, Mike Mayock, and the rest of our Westwood One crew wrapping things up as the Indianapolis Colts, down 13-0 early in the second quarter, score 30 unanswered, dominate the second half, and beat the Steelers by a score of 30-13. Mike, we were getting into the quarterback situation with the Steelers. What are your thoughts now? Trubisky in this game, 16-23. The last one he threw was a really bad interception, 169 yards, threw 2 picks, 1 touchdown pass. Rudolph came in to mop up. They don't expect Kenny Pickett back, but short-term, long-term with the Steelers, what do you make of their quarterbacking situation?
Look, if Pickett can't go next week, I expect Mason Rudolph. I don't think they're going to go back to Trubisky. He's had his opportunity and hasn't gotten it done. Big picture, Kenny Pickett's played less than a year and a half total games. I mean, at this point, I think the jury's still out on them. They took him in the first round. Remember, he went to University of Pittsburgh. He was in the same building, literally, with them for his college career. They know him. They like him. They're going to give him every opportunity to prove himself. So I don't think they're going to panic in that building.
Time to select the Pepto-Bismol upsetting moment of the game.
I had a couple of them, and I think if you're the defensive coordinator for the Pittsburgh Steelers, Terrell Austin, the moments would start with DeMonte Casey being suspended from the game, unnecessary roughness on the Michael Pittman hit. After that hit was reviewed, he was thrown out, ejected from the football game, and then a play or two later, Minka Fitzpatrick went down with a knee. So you had both your starting safeties out. You had Patrick Peterson, a corner, playing safety. You had Miles Killebrew, a special teams guy, playing safety. It was tough sledding for the Steelers in the middle of the second quarter with no safeties available.
That's our Pepto-Bismol upsetting moment of the game. Pepto-Bismol provides fast 5-symptom relief from unexpected stomach upsets. Be ready for game day with Pepto-Bismol. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children. What's your take on the Colts now? We know they've got Minshew at quarterback. He's going to be the guy. Richardson's out for the season. And you mentioned what Chris Ballard did. Chris Ballard found out today how good the bottom of that roster is, let alone how good the top of the roster is. Size this team up going down the stretch.
Yeah, I don't think it's their most talented team in Ballard's tenure. I don't think so at all. And I think they were kind of looking at this as the Anthony Richardson year. What would he do? How would he play? How are they going to develop around him? He goes down week 5 against Tennessee. So you turn to a backup quarterback, and all Minshew has done in 10 games is win 6 of them. Get them back into contention. And Bill, what's kind of cool is we've been talking about them as a wild card entry. Now that they're 8-6, look, Jacksonville has a tough game with the Ravens this weekend. If Jacksonville loses, all of a sudden they're tied for the lead in the division. So they're still in the hunt, especially with the schedule they have left to win a division title and host a home playoff game.
Yeah, now they have lost twice to the Jaguars.
Correct.
So they're going to have to...
Right, exactly.
Right. And let's talk about this game coming up tonight on Westwood 1. You got Denver and Detroit. Huge game for both teams. Lions got a lot of help today with the Vikings getting beaten overtime in the North, and you got Denver fighting. They're another one of those 7-6 teams in the AFC.
Yeah, and I think the way they've come on with a veteran coach and a veteran quarterback, they started out, it was rough going. The way they've played in the last month and a half of the season, I'd be worried about Denver. I think Denver's going to be a good football team. Buffalo started off poorly. That's another good football team that I think should be better than their 7-6 record. But they got to play Dallas this weekend. So this AFC, with all these teams with winning records heading into the weekend, it's going to start to filter out. We got to feel today that Pittsburgh's probably not going to make it and that Indianapolis has staked a claim.
All right, you mentioned the Bills. They're playing the Cowboys, one of the Fox-featured games tomorrow afternoon. Size up that one. The Cowboys have looked really good. The Bills, hey, I grew up there. I'm a Bills fan.
People in Buffalo are still talking about that, Bill, that you
I grew up there? Yeah. I can't figure this team out. I really can't. They've got a lot of talent. Now, they've had a lot of injuries on defense. People forget about that.
Yep.
Started in that trip over to London against Jacksonville.
Matt Milano
goes down. All that. I think McDermott's done a good job with this defense with the guys. Poyer's not going to play again tomorrow. But how about that game tomorrow?
Any team that's left with a franchise starting quarterback is dangerous. And you know how many teams have backup quarterbacks playing now. And I'm telling you right now, if Buffalo win, they could lose it with Dallas and win the last three because they've got the Chargers who have basically packed it in. They've got New England and that at Miami, and you don't even know what that at Miami game will mean for Miami. So Buffalo's not out of this thing, even though they entered the weekend with the 11th seed.
I enjoyed working with you in Frankfurt. It continued here in the States.
How about us? We're very fortunate.
All right. Once again, final score from Indianapolis: the Colts 30, the Steelers 13. Let's send it back to Scott Graham in our Westwood One studio. Scott?
Thank you very much, guys, and phenomenal job. They hit the post on Rainbows in the End Zone that was playing behind them from NFL Films. I mean, you don't get any better than that. Tell you what, we have had two tremendously entertaining football games here as part of our Saturday triple header. This one in Indianapolis, two teams coming in at 7-6. They entered the day as the last two teams in the AFC playoff field. Now that changed based upon what Cincinnati did earlier. Stay tuned for that. But this one early on looked like it might very well be a Steelers type of game. Indy had the first opportunity to score in this game and missed on a long field goal attempt. The Steelers, however, figured out a way to move the ball down the field, something they haven't done all that well. And ultimately, they got into the end zone first, late in the first. Mitch Trubisky on a 1-yard run. The extra point, however, failed. It was a 6-0 ball game, but the Steelers would score again, this time in one of the many odd quirks we saw in the first half of this ball game. Early in the second quarter, a blocked punt that actually looked like it might be recovered for a touchdown, but the Steelers were short of the end zone. Ultimately, they got in thanks to their quarterback and a receiver who's starting to get used to the end zone.
Second and goal at the 4. Trubisky back to pass. Goes to the near sideline. Caught. And an easy touchdown. That's number 18, Deontay Johnson. He beat everybody to the near left pylon, and the Steelers take advantage of a block punt. 2 plays later, they lead 12-0.
13-0 after the extra point, and the Steelers at this point had dominated the game. But Indy was just getting going. The offense started to put together drives. The first was right after that scoring drive, a 7-play, 75-yard march. They got back into the ball game thanks to one of their running backs.
Second and goal from the 16 for the Colts. Play action fake. Minshew swings it out in the left flat, wide open. Moss at the 5, angles to the pylon. We're going to have a horse collar tackle, and he's into the end zone anyway. Touchdown. Touchdown, Colts. Zach Moss out in the left flat, caught it on the fly, and dragged down by the collar near the goal line, but it's touchdown, Indianapolis.
With the Gay extra point, it was 13-7 and all kinds of time left in the second quarter. Now, Indy had another opportunity to score, getting the ball down the field in the middle of the second quarter drive. They elected to go for the end zone on 4th down, and DJ Montgomery had the ball right in his hands on a throw from Gardner Minshew. And then as he rolled to the ground, the ball came out. He did not survive the ground on the catch. It was no catch. It was no points for Indianapolis. But DJ Montgomery stepped up the next time they had a scoring opportunity late in the second quarter. Inside a minute to go, they got themselves a pass interference call. Montgomery had a 34-yard catch on the drive, and ultimately, he's the one who got retribution by paying it off.
Play clock down to 2. Minshew's got it. Pumps, looks, little slant. It's caught. And to the 5, to the goal line. Touchdown, DJ Montgomery. Are you kidding me? The Colts marched downfield, got aided by a pass interference call, and DJ Montgomery, the GOAT on the last drive, who dropped a 4th down touchdown pass, puts one on the board.
Big catch for Montgomery. The extra point was good, and we had ourselves a 14-13 lead and a ball game at halftime in Indianapolis. To begin the third quarter, the Steelers had the ball. You figured, okay, now you figure they're going to try to figure out a way to get the offense going, and for them, that's the running game. However, Najee Harris ended up fumbling the ball in his own end. Play had to be reviewed, and ultimately it was found to be a fumble, so Indianapolis recovered and took it over at the 18-yard line. It took them only one play to change the entire tenor of this ball game.
And back to throw Minshew on 1st down near sideline. Toss caught. It's going to be a touchdown. It's Mo Ali Cox. He got lost in the secondary, hit him on the fly, took it to the near right corner. His 8th catch of the season, his 3rd touchdown.
21-13 after that touchdown, and biggest drive of the game was the one late in the third over to the fourth quarter that took nearly 9 minutes, 15 plays, 14 of them runs. It was Matt Gay's one of 3 field goals in that second half as Indianapolis scores 30 unanswered. They beat the Pittsburgh Steelers 30-13. Indy right now is the 7th seed in the AFC. Cincinnati is the 6th. Pittsburgh is on the outside looking in. We're going to take a look back about how Cincinnati got there in Game 1. When we come back, you're listening to the NFL on Westwood One.
Hey, this is Travis Kelce, NFL tight end and proud member of the Lowe's Home Team. Lowe's knows when you've got the best price, you've already won. That's why we offer the lowest price guarantee. If you find a better price online or in-store, we'll match it. Now you can score on the top brands from the Lowe's Home Team picks, like Scotts, LG, and DeWalt. So take on your projects with confidence. Lowe's is the exclusive home improvement retail partner of the NFL.
Price match applies to same item, current price of qualifying retailers. Exclusions and terms apply. Learn how we'll match price at Lowe's.com/lowest price guarantee.
Jim Gaffigan here with some more straight talk. Now you can get a Walmart Plus membership, plus not pay for it, because it's included with Straight Talk wireless plans. You get free delivery with Walmart plus a Paramount Plus subscription included. Plus, you pay less for gas. That's a lot of pluses.
Only Straight Talk gives you unlimited 5G data and Walmart Plus included on select plans for free.
Straight Talk wireless, available at Walmart.
Requires service on Gold or Platinum Unlimited. One offer per eligible account. Paramount Plus Essential Plan only. Separate registration required. Additional terms apply.
Welcome back to the postgame show. Indy over Pittsburgh, 30-13 in Game 2. Game 1 was wildly entertaining. Let me fast forward through all the stuff to the fourth quarter with under 4 minutes to go in a game tied at 17 when the Minnesota Vikings staked their claim to winning the ball game.
Play fake. Mullins looking to throw. Eyeballing end zone. Past the football. He's flushed. Rolling to his near right. 2 Bengals in his face. Off balance throw is tipped. And Jordan Addison able to bring it in. Touchdown! Off-balance toss, and Addison in heavy traffic brings it in cleanly. 23-17 Minnesota. 3:48 to go in the fourth.
John Sadak here on Westwood One, but it was time for Jake Browning to bring his team downfield, and with under a minute to play, he got one of the plays of the year from one of his wideouts.
Cincinnati changing things up. Browning out of the gun, down to TD, fades back near left hash. He's flushed. He's rolling to his right. One-footed throw, dangerous end zone. Higgins goes up. He makes the grab. Tied to the sideline at the 1. Touchdown! Both hands up. He somehow won it against a double team on a prayer pass. And the Bengals are an extra point away from deadlocking the day. 39 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Honestly, you got to see it to believe it. They deadlocked the game with the extra point, and then in overtime, after Minnesota was stymied on a 4th down and less than a yard to go, the Bengals got it downfield for their kicker to try to win it.
We wait the snap, clean, spot good, right foot, a kick in the air. He drilled it. Evan McPherson, the walk-off winner, and the Bengals win in overtime. They rally from down 17-3. They beat the Vikings 27-24.
Amazing win for the Cincinnati Bengals. Jake Browning did it again. 324 yards passing, 2 touchdowns. The guy who started his career with the Minnesota Vikings as part of the practice squad. Well, was this a revenge game for him? All week long, no. Today, maybe.
There was definitely a little extra part of, just before the game. Like, I remember getting cut there the last time and just being told, like, hey, we might have a spot for you on practice squad. Like, go to the hotel and wait. And so I sat in the hotel for like a couple hours, not knowing if I had a job or not, and then just basically got a text or a call from my agent. They didn't tell me. Like, I'd been there for 2 years, and I've been cut my fair share of times, and that was probably the one. And there was a little bit more this week. I know I had denied it, and there's some great people over there. It's completely different coaching staff and everything. And I want to emphasize, like, there are some incredible people over there, but that one felt good. I think right after we made the field goal to win the game, I screamed at a camera and said they never should have cut me.
Okay, not a bad way to go. On the other side for Kevin O'Connell and the Vikings, this one was a heartbreaker.
Very unfortunate. Come on the road and you battle a team that's playing well right now. Felt like we let one slip away, but I think you got to credit the Bengals, getting their offense going there in the second half, and just didn't capitalize on, our last opportunity.
27-24, the final. Nick Mullins threw for 303 yards and a couple of scores, but also turned it over with a pair of interceptions. So the Vikings end up falling down to 7-7. Where does that put them? Same spot they were. They're the 6th seed in the NFC, at least for right now as they try to make the playoffs. On the other side, the Cincinnati Bengals, they jump back into the playoff picture, at least for right now, as we said, as the 6th seed. Indianapolis with their victory, the 7th seed. Once again, the final score, Indy 30, Pittsburgh 13. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood One.
Hey, this is Travis Kelce, NFL tight end and proud member of the Lowe's home team. Lowe's knows when you've got the best price, you've already won. That's why we offer the lowest price guarantee. If you find a better price online or in-store, we'll match it. Now you can score on the top brands from the Lowe's home team picks, like Scotts, LG, and DeWalt. So take on your projects with confidence. Lowe's is the exclusive home improvement retail partner of the NFL.
Price match applies to same item, current price of qualifying retailers. Exclusions and terms apply. Learn how we'll match price at Lowe's.com/lowest price guarantee.
Jim Gaffigan here with some more straight talk. Now you can get a Walmart Plus membership, plus not pay for it, because it's included with Straight Talk wireless plans. You get free delivery with Walmart plus a Paramount Plus subscription included. Plus, you pay less for gas. That's a lot of pluses.
Only Straight Talk gives you unlimited 5G data and Walmart Plus included on select plans for free.
Straight Talk wireless, available at Walmart.
Requires service on Gold or Platinum Unlimited. One offer per eligible account. Paramount Plus Essential Plan only. Separate registration required. Additional terms apply.
A holiday message from Jackson Hewitt. 'Twas the yikes before Christmas when all through the house not a creature was stirring, except Larry. See, the stockings weren't hung by the chimney with care, 'cause Larry's wallet was empty with no time to spare. So he went to Jackson Hewitt for a holiday loan, got money so fast he rejoiced and went home. Avoid the yikes before Christmas. Go to Jackson Hewitt before it's too late. Get up to $1,000 fast, minus the wait. Early refund advance offer to eligible clients. Application required. Finance charge applies. Loans by Republic Bank. Details at jacksonhewitt.com.
Final score, Indianapolis 30, Pittsburgh 13. You've been listening to the NFL on Westwood One. Today's broadcast has been sponsored by Barbasol Shaving Cream, by Wendy's, by Shopify, by AutoZone, by NFL.com, and by BetMGM, the official odds provider for Westwood One. Please gamble responsibly. I want to thank our crew for this afternoon. Studio coordinator Curtis Poindexter, studio producer Brian Finkelstein, production assistance provided by Dan Silverman and Charlie Maurer. Our statistician Jane Kading, our spotter Kevin Messinger, engineer Noah Champion, production supervisor Aaron Cummins, coordinating producer Mike Eby, the executive producer of Westwood One Sports is Howard Deneroff. Stay tuned for Game 3 of our special Saturday NFL tripleheader here on Westwood One as the Detroit Lions host the Denver Broncos. J.P. Shadrick and Mike Golick are standing by at Ford Field to bring you all the action. Then, join us again tomorrow for Sunday Night Football, another huge game when the Baltimore Ravens battle the Jacksonville Jaguars. And finally, on Monday night, another game with playoff implications in Week 15, the Philadelphia Eagles facing the Seattle Seahawks. Catch all those games right here on many of these same stations on the NFL app or streamed live for free on our westwood1sports.com.